unused opioids are sitting in homes across the country. And tragically, more than 100 Americans die every day from overdoses involving opioids. What can you do to protect your family? Remove the risk of unused opioids from your home. Pills, patches, or syrups in drawers, purses, and cabinets, anywhere they might be hiding. To find out how to dispose of them properly, visit www.fda.gov/drug disposal.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Deep left field. Goodbye, baseball. A three-run home run for Dansby Swanson. This one way out of here.
We call on Cubs radio and Wednesday's 4-3 win over the Astros. Hector Neris able to shut things down in the ninth for save number 2, despite giving up a solo homer to Jose Altuve. Jamison Taillon gave up 2 runs on 7 hits over 5 2/3. Just 1 earned run. He walked 2 and struck out 4. Dansby Swanson with the 2-run homer, his 3rd of the season, put Chicago up 4-0 in the bottom of the first. Twins beat the White Sox 6-3. The Sox are 3-21. That's the worst in the majors. Garrett Crochet coughed up 5 runs on 7 hits over 4 innings. He's lost his last 3 starts. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive.
I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Hey there, you and aisle 2. I see you by the fiber and laxatives. You still using those to manage your constipation with belly pain? If your symptoms keep coming back, you may have irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C. So you may need more than over-the-counter treatments to manage it. Ask your doctor about how Linzess can help you get ahead of it.
Linzess linaclotide is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Learn more at linzess.com.
Columbia College of Missouri Elgin campus is intent in their commitment to open doors and support those who strive for excellence. Too many people have been made to feel that higher education isn't a place for them, that it is someone else's dream. But Columbia College of Missouri has changed all that. With individualized attention and ongoing support, Columbia College knows a future built by you is a future built for you. Columbia College of Missouri Elgin campus, your new starts now. Visit ccis.edu.
WRMN has proudly served the Fox River Valley for over 70 years. We're located at 14 Douglas Avenue in downtown Elgin. Right next to Studio 14 is our store known as the Redemption Center. You are always invited to stop by and see us to live large for less. The Redemption Center is the place to pick up your on-air orders, shop for certificates, and grab some brochures to learn about what we have to offer. Our Redemption Center phone number is 847-741-7700.
The Radio Shopping Show is sponsored by WRMN and the businesses where the certificates mentioned on this program may be redeemed. Welcome to the Radio Shopping Show, the most amazing show on the radio. The Radio Shopping Show is a fun and unique way to save 40, 50, 60% or even more on travel destinations, family or fine dining, entertainment, auto services, plus thousands of other items. To participate on the Radio Shopping Show, simply call area code 847-931-1410. 931-1410. Questions about various merchandise and how to shop with us are welcome as well. Or go to our website, www.WRMN1410.com. Now, let's save money with the Radio Shopping Show.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Drive Time Deal with Matt McNeil. I'm broadcasting live here from downtown Elgin. I am going to be live on the airwaves here for the Drive Time Deal with Matt McNeil from now until roughly 4 o'clock. And then from 4 until 6 o'clock, it'll be our live broadcast for the Whisky and Cigar Social, which of course will be blended in with the same stream. So what we have now streaming live on the YouTube side of things, we'll be able to transfer or transition from the regular, of course, Drive Time Deal with Matt McNeil show into our, of course, live broadcast from the Whisky and Cigar Social. Now, of course, nothing beats actually physically going there for yourself if you are interested, but you can also watch that live stream, and we're also going to be, of course, having it through the airwaves, so you can listen to it, or also, of course, watch it on the YouTube side of things. Of course, also here we have our special deal today. Try something new Thursday. I will still continue to take calls off the air when we are live on the 4 to 6 o'clock segment. So I will, of course, be making sure that everything comes in nice and smoothly on the end here so that it gets out to the airwaves and, of course, our YouTube side of things. Of course, I will also still take those radio shopping show calls as well during the 4 to 6 o'clock segment. Even though I'm not going to be live on air here, we're going to be broadcasting. I won't be talking. You can still give me a call at 847-931-1410 for those special steals of deals that we've got today. Now, I will go through those in just a bit here. Of course, I do want to go through some news. Let's see what's happening here. And of course, I will go through Tradio callers as well, trying to make sure I can cover my bases here a bit with the most important things. That way, of course, then we leave the rest of the 2 hours of the afternoon show to the Whisky and Cigar Social, which we're going to be live at. So pretty exciting. If you are interested, 847-931-1410. We've got that going on here. So let's take a look at some news that's currently happening right now. We've got on foxvalleymagazine.com. Again, this is the foxvalleymagazine.com. We see here some news articles. Elgin man who strangled his wife to death in front of children pleads guilty. This was posted today. A 38-year-old Elgin man has pleaded guilty in the strangulation death of his wife in July of 2021. Kane County State's Attorney Jamie L. Mosser announced today that Victor H. Alon pleaded guilty to the offense of first-degree murder, a Class M felony. Judge D.J. Tegler accepted the plea and set Alison's next court date appearance for June 20th at 1:30 p.m. in the courtroom 313 at the Kane County Judicial Center for sentencing. According to prosecutors, on July 12th, 2021, a 4-year-old boy was found during the evening hours walking alone at the intersection of Lawrence Avenue and North Aldine Avenue in Elgin. Officers were able to determine his address in the 300 block of Hine Avenue, and upon arriving at his home, they first encountered a 3-year-old boy in the front doorway. Entering the home further, officers found the body of Wendy Alon on the floor. The victim was unresponsive and believed to be deceased. The victim was the mother of both the 3-year-old and the 4-year-old. Investigators subsequently found her husband, Victor, at the home of his parents with faint marks on his wrists. He was taken to the hospital and subsequently released to the police. And then investigators, of course, learned that the victim in the case had picked up the defendant in the early morning hours on July 12th. They had arrived back home at 2:16 a.m. The defendant left the home via car at 3:16 a.m. So Victor was then interviewed and admitted that he and the victim had been in an argument, after which he strangled the victim to death and left her body with the 2 minor children. An autopsy confirmed that the victim died of manual strangulation. So he remains in the custody of the Kane County Jail. And again, more information will also come up as time goes by here too, especially with the court date. Let's see. Aurora siblings. I think was this from yesterday? Oh, it's today. Aurora siblings sentenced to 120 days for beating, strangling police officer. Okay, I think, yes, we did touch a little bit based on that yesterday there about the strangulation of the police officer, and then also that one too as well. So there's a couple there that have, a couple new ones here that have popped up on the screen here for FoxValleyMagazine.com. Let's take out CBS News here. We've got CPD seek to identify man in alleged armed robbery on CTA Red Line train. This was posted 46 minutes ago, it says here. Mass transit detectives are looking to identify a man who allegedly robbed a passenger on a CTA Red Line train last week. Police say just before noon on April 16th, the victim was approached while on the train at the Garfield stop at 220 West Garfield Boulevard. The alleged robber displayed a handgun and took their property by force. The suspect is described as a black man between ages 18 and 20. Surveillance photos show him wearing a black jacket with reddish pants and white and black shoes. Anyone with information is, of course, asked to contact the Bureau of Detectives, Mass Transit section, with their number there to 312-745-4706. Is that too? This and more, of course, can be found on cbsnews.com. I've got also here, I got to look up the weather here as well. Let's take a look and see what we've got for weather-wise within the area here. If you're on the YouTube side of things, you'll be able to follow along here. So we have a high of 60 today. It's another beautiful day outside today. We see it being pretty much sunny outside today. We've got a low of 41 tonight. For Friday, we do see some showers, high of 59, low of 55. With chance of showers and rain, pretty much cloudy throughout the day for our game day tomorrow. Saturday, we have high of 80 degrees. It's supposed to be cloudy, though. Interesting. Low of 63 as we get into Saturday night. For Sunday, high of 79, low of 63, chance of rain and thunderstorms. Also continuing on into next week for Monday. Scattered thunderstorms and showers, high of 71 and a low of 51. For Tuesday, we see a high of 74, mostly sunny out, so that's going to be a beautiful day outside for next Tuesday. A low of 55 for Tuesday night. Wednesday, we see it as 73 as a high. Supposed to be partly cloudy pretty much throughout the whole day. So again, with the partly cloudy skies, we'll probably see mostly sunny out there, or maybe in between. And then for Thursday, we do see a high of 69, partly cloudy again, with a low of 45. 847-931-1410 is that number to dial. We have our Try Something New Thursday deal. Mix and match any 3 items that are off the list for just $12. Of course, I'm going to check histories and see if anyone does qualify. I had a good amount of callers call in. I'd say maybe about 6 or 7, or maybe even, I got a good amount today in Redemption Center. People calling in for this deal. And you probably thought, well, it's probably best to call now before the majority of the show will be, of course, the live stream. But remember here, too, I'm going to be taking calls off the air 4 to 6. Even though we're going to be doing that live broadcast, I will take calls off the air for the radio shopping show end of things there, too. So, of course, don't forget about that either. But I did get a good amount of callers in Redemption Center today, take advantage of this deal, and even a couple of people that came in for it too. So mix and match any 3 for $12. We've got Blue Box, Village Pizza of Elgin, LaFleur Taco Grill, Stockholm's $10 certificate, Remix Market, Country Donuts is on this list also. We've got the Churros and Chocolate, Galati's Hideaway and Cary. Some of them are $10 valued certificates. Some of them are $15 valued certificates. We've got here the Golden Corral, Tommy's Red Hots, Culver's, Sticky Fingers Kitchen of Carpentersville, Coleman's Barbecue, Pita Pita of Palatine, Sweet Basil Cafe. We've got the Seven Dwarfs, Viator Coffee, Two Toots. The Viator Coffee, that's an $8 value. That's still good, though. And then we've also got the El Diablo Cantina and even Batteries Plus Bulbs. So any of those items available, you can check it out on the list here at WRMN1410.com. You can look under daily deals and new businesses. You should be able to find it under the Thursday deal. We also do have an SSI today, a secret saver item. So, of course, I've got it up on the screen right now on the YouTube side of things, but do remember here, too, that it is a secret saver item, so don't say what it is. But, of course, that is on the airwaves. But if you do want it, then, of course, we'll give it for you. That's that certificate going for that price there. It's a good low price. And this, of course, is all before our game day coming up tomorrow. Now, our game day tomorrow, we're going to be playing bingo starting at 10 o'clock. So we're officially now done with the bingo cards. So we're now done with the bingo cards here. So we're not going to do any more bingo cards for tonight. So we're finished with the bingo cards. Now we're going to be playing bingo starting at 10 o'clock in the morning with Leah and special guest. And then, of course, we're also going to be featuring the Restock Friday show, which I'll be doing. And that'll kind of just really focus on Radio Shopping Show during that time, like in the past that we've done. So I'm going to kind of stick to Shop Show during the couple hours that I'll be on here too. I'll mention shows that are coming up, things to do, of course, related to Shop Show, and more there too. And then, of course, from 4 to 6, we're going to be doing bidding for bargains. I did get a couple bids already, and you should also still be able tomorrow as well, because I'm going to be in Redemption Center from 12 to roughly 2 o'clock. Then I'll be on the airwaves here. I think Leah might be able to take over Redemption Center for a bit for the last hour. That way. But you should be able to also still call in and be able to bid early tomorrow in Redemption Center. And then, of course, the main event, which is bidding for bargains, is from 4 until 6 o'clock. So that's what we're going to be seeing there that way. So pretty good. 847-931-1410. We've got that deal going on here, of course. Mix and Match returning again here, still celebrating 75 years. Again, 847-931-1410 is that number to dial. So got some things going on here. Last chance again, we've got that $150 cash jackpot. That's going to be coming up tomorrow too. And again, we're going to be doing the fill the board as well. And if we don't get a winner within the 65th call, then that is going to be laid away into the next game day for next month. So stay tuned for that too, if that does happen to happen. And of course, I wish everyone the best of luck when it comes to bingo. Whether you win or not, hopefully you have a good time playing and enjoying that time there too. 847-931-1410 is that number to dial. So we've got those there. I do want to read through the in-demand items here, of course, talk a little bit about what we still have left in stock from the previous restock day. We still have a lot of great items in stock today. And again, those prices will vary depending on whether or not they happen to fall in the deal today, which again is the mix and match deal. So I'm going to say what the regular discounted rate is, but do remember that we do have this deal going on, which does include a lot of in-demand and popular items. So do keep that in mind as well there too. 847-931-1410 is the number to call. We do have a caller on hold here, so let me make sure I got my phone line up here. All right, there we go. And let's take it to the phone lines. Hi there, caller. You're on with WRMN. Oh, that was a robocall. A robocall there, an AI call, whatever you want to call it. So let's go through these in-demand items that we still have in stock. I've got my sheet here, what we've got in stock today. We still have Lars's Kitchen. This is a great one to try out here. We've got that in stock. We have Tommy's Red Hots. That's also in stock. Let me double check on some of these here. Lars's is not on the 3 for $12 list, but you can still get it. It's a good deal. $10 certificate for $6. That's for Lars's Kitchen. We've got that in stock today. That's for Lars's. We have Tommy's Red Hots, which again, you can mix and match any 3 for $12, which it does happen to be on that list today for the Tommy's Red Hots. We have Garibaldi's. This is in our pizza category. This one's going for $8 on the $18 value, good for the 14-inch cheese pizza. We still have a one and done for Massey's. This one is going in at $15.50. That is on the $26 value. That's for Massey's Italian Kitchen and Catering. We have Village Pizza and Pub of Elgin. $10 certificate for $6. That is featured on the mix and match list today. So if you are interested, you might be able to get that even as a special, better deal with that mix and match deal that we've got. Blue Box is another one, which is also featured on the mix and match list. So of course, take advantage of that if you want to, if you can. Of course, I'll check histories to see if you happen to do qualify for them. We also have Culver's. This is also featured on the list. Their flavor of the day today is dark chocolate peanut butter crunch. So if you do enjoy peanut butter and dark chocolate put together, all deliciously swirled together into a beautiful, delicious flavor, then you can try them out. They're still open now until 10 o'clock. That is for the Culver's of Elgin. Next on the list, we have Golden Corral. It is featured as one of the items that you can choose as your mix and match any 3 for $12. So I'd say that's a pretty good deal, especially since it normally goes in at $9 on the $15 value. Next on the list, we have the Italian Pizza Kitchen of Roselle. This one is a $20 certificate that we've got today. We've got the JoJo's Diner in stock, still a couple of those for $15 on the $25 value, so that is for them. We got the Paul's Family Restaurant $10 certificate that's going in at $6. That's still available. We have a couple of those. Ray's Family Restaurant of Elgin. Let's double check here and see. I do believe this might be a one and done. It's a Thursday, so of course I let you know when those one and dones are. I will double check and see for the Rays. Let's see here. Into the inventory we go. Yes, that is a one and done. So we've got one left in stock if you're interested. That's a $10 certificate for 6. You can get it. Might sell out of that today before restock Friday tomorrow. Another one that we have here. We have the Red Ox Restaurant of Hampshire, $20 certificate for 12. So that one's in stock. We have Triple Berry Cafe of Crystal Lake. We still have the Mockingbird Bar and Garden of East Dundee. That's a $20 certificate. We've got that for 12 today. It's a one and done. We have Sweet Basil Cafe. We still have the Mike Moore Miles. If you haven't had it yet, that one's good for any automotive service work, including oil changes. That one is a $30 valued certificate for 15. We got the Honest One Auto Care of South Elgin, services and oil changes. That one's a $30 value for 15. So that one is also in stock today too. We've got the Churros and Chocolate of Algonquin. That one is featured on our pick 3, Matt Senny 3 for 12. And then of course also we have Country Donuts, which normally goes in at $7.50. If you do happen to choose that as one of your 3 items, you still get a good discount on that one too. So pretty good if you do that mix and match deal. 847-931-1410 is that number to dial. So those are the in-demand items that we still have left in stock today. We also still do have some popular items here too. We've got the Freddy's Custard Treat and Kids Meal. We also do have the Tropical Smoothie. We've got Nick's of Elgin and Crystal Lake. Still a couple of American Legions that are left in stock today. We've got the China House, Galati's Hideaway, IHOP of Elgin, La Flor Taco Grill, which is featured on the list today. We've got the Seven Dwarfs. That one is also, is that one also on the list? Seven Dwarfs? Let's see. Yes, it is. That is featured on the list today. So that's Seven Dwarfs. Stockholm's $15 certificates available. We do have the $10 certificate featured on our 3 for 12 list today. Wendy commenting in here. Hi, Matt. Hello, Wendy. Hopefully you're looking forward to game day tomorrow. That's going to be a lot of fun. Wendy always helps out. Greatly appreciated, of course. We also have here the Viator Coffee, which is featured on the list today. We've got the Village Inn Family Restaurant of Huntley. That's another popular item that we've got. We've got the Gilbert's Fish Fry, which is now good through till May 24th. We have Mott's Lounge. And those are the popular items that we've got in stock. So, of course, wanted to read through those to let you know what we've got. And again, if anything is sold out today, remember that we do have restock tomorrow. And I will give you a little special heads up here. We are going to be getting Marcianos in stock. So that's pretty exciting. That's going to be coming up tomorrow. So stay tuned for that because that will be restocked tomorrow. 847-931-1410 is the number to dial here. Taking a look at the time, let's see here. We are at 3:25. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little time out here, and then when we come back, we'll discuss more, a little more deals and savings, of course, kind of go through. Of course, I do want to go through the Tradio callers before we take it to our live stream at 4 o'clock. Catherine commenting in here. Matt, you got it going on. Thank you so much, Catherine. Appreciate it. So we're going to take a quick time out here. And then, of course, when I come back, I got to get my landing up here. There we go. When I come back, of course, we'll discuss more deals and savings. Stay tuned.
La Flor Taco Grill at 910 Dundee Avenue at the corner of Slade has great fast casual Mexican food for the whole family. There's a huge selection of salads, quesadillas, a Taco Tuesday special, burritos, gorditas, and the Thursday Flautas dinner deal. La Flor Taco Grill also has American favorites and breakfast. There's a kids menu too. Planning an event? La Flor has catering with both Mexican and American foods. Call 847-214-1306 or La Flor Taco Grill on Facebook.
As the Elgin Police Department continues to participate in the Distracted Driving campaign, they wanted to share some tips from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration website regarding safe driving. If you are expecting a text or need to send one, pull over and park your car in a safe location. Once you are safely off the road and parked, it's safe to text. Designate your passenger as your designated texter. Allow them to access your phone to respond to calls or messages. Do not engage in social media scrolling or messaging while driving. Are you struggling not to text and drive? Activate your phone's Do Not Disturb feature or put your cell phone in the trunk, the glove box, or the back seat of your vehicle until you arrive at your destination. Remember, the Elgin Police are conducting directed patrols patrols to enforce distracted driving violations. Just drive and stay safe. A message from our friends at the Elgin Police Department and your friends here at WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM. As grocery prices rise, take your family out to any of the Tommy's Red Hots location for great food at unbelievably low prices. There's 6 locations to serve you for both dine-in or carry-out. Tommy's has a diverse, delicious menu for you and your family, with crispy pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and their famous hot dogs, plus so much more. Don't forget their scrumptious sides like mac and cheese bites. To see their menu and locations, visit Tommy'sRedHots.com today.
WRMN says thank you to all of our local veterans, like Jerry Christofferson of True Patriots Care.
We had the 1,700 flags up across from the wall. That's how many POWs and MIAs from Vietnam are still missing. Plus, we do veterans and first responders funerals.
Yeah.
And so if you ever drive by a funeral home or a church or a cemetery and you see the flags, you know a soldier died today.
Go to TruePatriotsCare.com for more information. And veterans, thank you for your service to our country.
Hey parents, even though it's chilly out, it's not too early to start thinking about summer activities for your kids. Adrenaline Monkey's Adventure Summer Camp in West Dundee is the perfect place to get your kids moving this summer. This week-long adventure camp features safe, fun activities like obstacle courses, climbing, and educational demos. Full and half-day offerings are available and are ideal for ages 5 through 12. The sledding and snowman building won't last forever, so enroll the kids now for summer 2024 at AdrenalineMonkeyFun.com.
Over the years, you've brought them into your home. You were prescribed opioids after the C-section, when Dad injured his back, when your basketball star tore his ACL. Opioids helped with the pain, and you held on to them just in case. But did you know holding on to unused opioids puts your family at risk? Opioids are powerful pain-reducing prescription medicines, but most people who are prescribed opioids don't finish their prescriptions. So millions of unused opioids are sitting in homes across the country. And tragically, more than 100 Americans die every day from overdoses involving opioids. What can you do to protect your family? Remove the risk of unused opioids from your home. Pills, patches, or syrups in drawers, purses, and cabinets, anywhere they might be hiding. To find out how to dispose of them properly, visit www.fda.gov/drug disposal.
If you would like to advertise your company on the Radio Shopping Show, call our business office at area code 847-741-7700. To shop with us today, call 931-1410. Now, back to more savings and the Radio Shopping Show.
All right, welcome back, folks, to the Drive Time Deal with Matt McNeil. It is 3:30 right now, so we're about 30 minutes or so away from us doing our live broadcast, of course, for the Whisky and Cigar Social. Sounds like a good time. If you are interested, stay tuned for that. That's going to be happening from 4 until 6 o'clock. Now, do remember here, too, that Shop Show doesn't end there. Even though we're going to be broadcasting live there, I'm going to be off the air. I'll be here, of course, in the hot seat, making sure everything runs correctly, and you'll be able to, of course, be able to see the live stream through my end. Of course, I'll be able to do that, go to commercials, things like that as well. I can still take those calls off air for Radio Shopping Show with our special deal that we do have today. Again, with the Try Something New Thursday deal. Again, like I said, we've had quite a few people already call into Redemption Center to get the deal, so that's good, as probably those of you who already did get the deal today wanted to just kind of sit back and relax and listen to and watch the live stream so that you wouldn't have to call off the air. But if you haven't done that yet, of course, you can still call me off air even when we are in the live stream here too. So I'll be able to multitask. 847-931-1410 is that number to dial. So again, that's our deal today. If you want to take a look at it online, it's at WRMN1410.com. If you go under Daily Deals and New Businesses, you'll be able to find it there for yourself as well there, too. Now, again, if we look up the Distance Social here, You'll be able to find, of course, their main website, thedistancesocial.com. If you want to learn a little bit about them, you can also find them on Facebook. So, of course, you got their main website here, and you can also find them on Facebook. Of course, you can find also for today from 4 to 9 p.m. That is for the Whisky and Cigar Social. They're going to have 12 plus distilleries, food vendors, cigar rollers, and live music. So it is definitely going to be a fun time. This is going to be located at the East Dundee Depot at 319 North River Street. So that's where it's going to be located. If you want to head on out there, you can, and enjoy yourself. You can, stop by the bar, snag some drinks, and have a good time. So they say here, see you soon. And tickets are available at the door as well. So there are tickets available at the door. Of course, look at the partnerships, lots of them, including WRMN as a partnership. Of course, absolutely. So that's coming up today, 4 to 9 o'clock. We're going to be live streaming there outside at the depot, again at 314 River Street in East Dundee. You can sample an extensive selection of whiskeys from some of their favorite distilleries. Each ticket also includes one cigar. The night will be filled with live music by the Christian August Quartet and plenty of food vendors. So don't miss out on it. And even if you can't go in person, like I said, of course, here, we do have that live stream that's going to be coming up in about, I would say maybe 27 minutes or so. Is when we're going to be doing it. So, of course, stay tuned for that. I'll be making sure everything runs smoothly on this end. So, of course, it can go out to the radio side of things and, of course, also on YouTube. If you haven't checked out our YouTube channel yet, you can feel free to do that. We are on youtube.com at WRMN Radio. If you want to hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell, you can do that so that you never miss a beat on what's happening here on WRMN. Not just Radio Shopping Show, on WRMN in general with our local programming, with Studio 14 mornings, of course, with the first shift with Marky B, with Out to Lunch with Marky B, as well as Dennis Sonar Green and Ben Boquist. Of course, also with the Drive Time Deal with Matt McNeil. Of course, also on Fridays when we have our game day, which is tomorrow, the last Friday of the month, and then also, of course, the regular schedule there, which includes also One-on-One with Leah, which is from 10 to 12. So we've got that schedule there. And we also do have an updated list on our schedule of our schedules now in Redemption Center. So there are flyers there that you can pick up for yourself. And of course, I will, generally also keep announcing that as well to everyone out there also. 847-931-1410 is that number to dial. You still have time here, of course. Feel free to give me a call. No rush indeed, though, either, because if you want to give me a call off air, I'll still be taking those Radio Shopping Show calls too. So, of course, always want to keep that in mind. So what I want to do here next is I do want to read through those Tradio callers that have called in within the past 2 weeks. Let's see. I know I did get an update today. Thank you for Westside Fred calling in earlier today in Redemption Center. He did find the microwave. So very good. He is still looking for musicians for his band. So if anyone is interested in that, you can still give him a call. That's 630-677-4794. Again, that's 630-677-4794. That's the number to dial. Let's see here some other Tradio callers that have called in. We have another Tradio caller looking for a drop spreader Scott's brand. That's the drop spreader, preferably Scott's brand. I should put that on there. Preferably Scott's brand. And you can give them a call. That is 847-264-0218. Again, that's 847-264-0218. Another Tradio caller here. Carl calling in. He has a couple items for sale. He has a kitchen table set for sale. Great quality and in great shape. It's a 48-inch round table that also includes 2 leaves. When you put those leaves together, I do believe it adds up to about 80 inches. No real scratches on there, too, so it's in good condition. One owner. There are also 4 chairs that go with it. They are a unique color, lighter wood, like ivory in color. He even said they might be like a maple wood color there, too. The chairs have wheels, all padded and in good condition. And he says someone can come to take a look at it in Roselle. $350 or best offer on that table. Now, he also does have a boat for sale. It's a 14-inch aluminum Lund boat. It includes an 18 horsepower Mercury motor included in there too. It's about 1970s age-wise, and you can meet in person in Roselle for that. $1,499, so it's $1,499, or best offer on the boat. If you want to give them a call for either or maybe even both of those items, the number to dial is 630-951-1998. Again, that's 630-951-1998. That's Carl calling in. Another Tradio caller here has a black leather couch and love seat, asking $100 for each. They're lightweight, and you can also send you pictures. And he also does have a good quality glass coffee table. So it's got glass on the top, metal bottom, at the bottom, metal on the bottom. It's about 4.5 feet long and 2 feet wide. You can give him a call at 224-735-1674. Again, that's 224-735-1674. Another Tradio caller here has the Dodge. Oh, no, I know someone did call in for the Dodge Intrepid. They called in a couple days ago. 115,000 miles on it. Needs new brakes. 2,000 or best offer on that. So if that person did not follow through, I'll announce this again here. 847-359-3202. Again, that's 847-359-3202. We have another Tradio caller here. She has jewelry from some estates that she's been working on. Some are gold. She's looking to buy for someone to buy them in bulk. Located out in Huntley. That is 847-271-8219. Again, that's 847-271-8219 is the number to dial. And then we have another Tradio caller looking for a lawnmower. If anyone has anything, that number to dial is 224-281-9133. Again, that's 224-281-9133. Let's see. We have another Tradio caller. Jeff has the free canning jars and large glass bottles. He's located out in Elburn. 630-365-9488. Again, that's 630-365-9488. Then we have another Tradio caller who also has some miscellaneous stuff for sale, a lot of new stuff, so we're including a surround sound system. That's new. So if you are interested in those items, that number to dial for more information is 630-940-8660. Again, that's 630-940-8660. So those are the Tradio callers that have called in within the past 2 weeks. 847-931-1410 is that number to dial. Again, that's 847-931-1410. Again, we're the voice of the Valley, talk of the town, home of your radio shopping show, here to help the community out and for the community, of course, within the Fox River Valley. So again, we've got our deal today. We've got our Try Something New Thursday deal going on here. And again, in about 20 minutes or so, we are going to be doing that live stream for the Whisky and Cigar Social. Remember that we do have, of course, summer coming up pretty soon here, so we will, of course, let you know about the summer deals. When the summer comes around here, of course, we're hoping to get a little bit more hotel stays out in, of course, Wisconsin Dells. We're hoping to also, of course, do Day in the Dells again with Leah like we did last year during the summertime. So we're also, of course, going to be hopefully doing that in the near future as we get closer to the summertime there. Let's see here. Oh, there was something else I was going to go through, and I can't remember now. Darn. If you go to our website, you can go under Shop Now and check it out there, view everything that we've got to offer. Oh, yeah, the bidding for bargains and contest items. That's what I was going to go through a little bit quickly here. So we've got the entire list up now available, and we also do have them nicely laminated in our Redemption Center, too. So if you want to take a look at that, we've got that all nice and ready. And again, we do have a couple early bids there. You can start bidding early. Still a chance to bid early coming up tomorrow, too, in Redemption Center if you'd like. And, of course, you should also be able to do that also on the airwaves during the bingo game, too, if you'd like. 847-931-1410 is the number to dial. We have a caller on hold, so we're going to take it to the phone lines. Hi there, caller. You're on with WRMN.
Yeah, I want to order some Flyers tickets.
All right, let's see here. You mean the Schaumburg Boomers?
Oh, the Boomers. Yeah, they changed to the Boomers. I'm sorry.
Yeah. What's the key tag number?
161157.
All right, Donald, what can I... so you want the Schaumburg Boomers. Let me bring them up here.
What are they costing this year?
So let's take a look.
You got a special on them or something?
You know what? I think I might do a little special on it. Let's see, $16 general admission. Let's see. They're normally $8. How about $6 each on those?
All right. Can you order me 20?
You want 20 of them? Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, my wife and I go there all the
Wow.
I'm retired and I just play softball now.
Oh, my goodness.
I go over there and watch. They're like 10 minutes from my house. It's a great afternoon.
Oh, that is awesome. Yeah, I got those in your bin. I'll do this. Yeah, $6 each. Absolutely.
Can you mail those to me?
Yeah, we'll do that as a mail order for you.
Great.
Wow, thanks so much for calling in, Donald. I know you and the group will have a great time.
You betcha. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Have a good rest of your night.
You bet. Bye.
All right, bye-bye now. Quite the order there, 847-931-1410. Wow, Schaumburg Boomers, quite the steal of a deal. Yeah, I'll do it for $6 on the $16 value each on those today. If you're interested, feel free to give me a call. I know we're going to be doing the live stream in just a little bit here in about 15 minutes or so. But again, you can, of course, call me off the air from 4 to 6. I will, of course, still take those calls. Speaking of which here, when it comes to taking off the air, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little time out here, and then we'll be back with more in just a bit. So, of course, stay tuned.
In the middle of the night, everything will be all right if you listen to Coast, right here on WRMN 7 days a week from midnight to 5 a.m. Each night on Coast to Coast, listeners are captivated by George Newry with discussions on news and current events, conspiracy theories, UFOs, life after death, and all things curious and unexplained. Whether you're working third shift or you're just a night owl, catch the most listened to overnight talk radio program in North America, Coast to Coast, every night, midnight to 5 a.m. right here on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
The word is out. Nissans cost less on Route 19, but that's not all. Parts, service, and body shop, they all cost less at McGrath Nissan. Used cars too. The reason why is how hard we try. Right now, get 0% APR financing on select new Nissan models at McGrath Nissan because
Nissans cost less on Route 19.
Come to Elgin.
See what we mean.
Let me tell you a story about Bill. Bill was a normal guy in his 50s. He had back surgery about 2 years ago. Bill was in a lot of pain. He dealt with his pain by taking the Percocets his doctor prescribed for him. Bill took more and more and more of them to help with the pain, until one day the prescriptions weren't enough to get rid of Bill's pain. Then one day Bill found someone to help him get rid of the pain with illegal drugs he didn't need a prescription for. Fast forward to today. Bill lost his job and his family. The only thing he does have is his drug dealer. If you know Bill's story and you don't want to end up like Bill, call the Detox and Treatment Helpline right now to get away and get treatment.
800-694-1127. 800-694-1127. 800-694-1127. Call right now. Help is standing by. 800-694-1127.
For a little lighthearted lawlessness on Sunday afternoons, listen to Handle on the Law from 4 to 7 p.m. Handle on the Law is a unique combination of useful legal advice and outrageous handle remarks. Whether you're talking about Big Brother, big business, big legal problems, or Big Macs, you'll rarely find Bill without an opinion. His rapid-fire commentary gives listeners the information they crave in the way they crave it. It's Handle on the Law, Sunday afternoons from 4 to 7 p.m. right here on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
Batteries Plus Bulbs is more than batteries and bulbs. It's your repair shop for Apple devices, Samsung Galaxy devices, and more. Located on Randall Road, just south of 20 in Elgin, Batteries Plus Bulbs fills all your battery and light bulb needs in one stop. They have the largest selection of batteries for ATVs, cameras, phones, laptops, scooters, cars and homes, and everything else. Looking to save money with energy-efficient LED or holiday lighting? Stop in at Batteries Plus Bulbs in Elgin. Go to batteriesplus.com for special offers.
WRMN has been serving Elgin and the Fox Valley for 75 years, featuring a combination of local news, information, and entertainment in the mornings, followed by the radio shopping show for 5 hours each weekday. The first shift with Marky B starts your morning at 6 a.m., and it's always fun when Larry Jones is a part of the show.
Maybe we need to get a radio intern in to help.
Maybe so.
Somebody that you won't have to pay and you can treat them tough.
I can haze them.
Can't haze, you'll get fired. Remember that guy from Northwestern?
Yeah.
Gone.
Did he really do it?
You don't have to really do it. If somebody says you did,
yeah,
good enough. Maybe I'm going to accuse you of hazing me. I don't have to prove it.
And then there'll be a lot of people that come out of the and say that I also hazed
I
him.
remember when Mark hazed me. I've been hazed.
Mark hazed me back in 2012.
2012. I remember in Memphis one time. He was really mean to me.
It's first shift fun and information in the morning, combined with the radio shopping show to save you money. And you get it right here on WRMN AM 1410, WRMN 1410 Radio on Facebook, and WRMN1410.com.
To get in on all the savings, just pick up a phone and call 931-1410, area code 847-931-1410. For information and a list of available products, go to www.WRMN1410.com. And now, back to the Radio Shopping Show.
All right, welcome back, folks, to the Drive Time Deal with Matt McNeil. We've got about, maybe 11 minutes left here or so. Before, of course, then we take it to the live stream. The actual the live stream, of course, I mean, we're streaming live right now, of course. But I mean the live stream in terms of the Whisky and Cigar Social to definitely check out. That's going to be from 4 until 6 o'clock. Taking it back, of course, to the YouTube side of things. Terry commenting again here. Happy Thursday, Matt. Enjoying the show while I work. Can't wait until the weekend. There you go. I'm looking forward to the weekend as well. Coming up here is actually the Chicago Toy Show. This is in St. Charles. Let me bring it up here. That's going to be coming up pretty soon. And I do plan on going. So let's see. I think it is this. It's April 28th. So that is, let's see, Thursday, Friday. So it's Sunday. So I'm going to be going there. I'm going to be out there. If you see me, if you happen to go out there and you see me walking with my brother, feel free to say hello. Say hello to the Matt McNeil. That would be me. So that's going to be coming up. All building floor plans are available for you to take a look at under Chicago Toy Show up on their Facebook page, and they have been posted also to their website. They still have a few booths available in their rabbit and poultry buildings, along with pavilion space in their swine facility, too. You can see the floor plans for available booths, and registration may be completed on their website, so there is still a little bit of time if you want to register. That's for the Chicago Toy Show. You can find lots of cool stuff. That's at 525 South Randall Road in St. Charles. It is going to be coming up 51st year with 600 plus dealers. Sunday, the 28th. Again, in the future 2024 shows, it'll be back again July 28th and October 27th. So they've got some good things that are going to be coming up here too. And again, I forgot to share my screen here. Hang on a sec. Forgot to do that. Okay. Oh, I'm on the light speed end of things. That's why. Okay, yeah, hang on a sec. I put it up on the wrong thing. So Chicago Toy Show, St. Charles. You can check it up on their Facebook page. There we go. Now I got it up here, so you'll be able to see it. They've got the floor plans there. Pretty easy to take a look at that. That's going to be coming up pretty soon. I hope you're excited about it. 847-931-1410 is the number to dial. Again, that's 847-931-1410. That's the number to call. Let's see here on National Day calendar what we've got today. We've got a couple things going on here. I also do want to eventually bring up Gail Borden Library here too. And of course, also the Fox Valley Libraries as well, which I'm bringing up on my screen here so you'll be able to see it. Let's take a look here again with the National Day calendar. What we've got today. We have National Hug a Plumber Day. That's today. Let's see this. It recognizes those who come to our rescue when pipes leak or drains are clogged. Plumbers have kept the water flowing since ancient Rome, whether it's a minor leak to a major clog. A plumber will have the right tool for the job. They also help us install the right pipes and plumbing types when building a house or new business. They're the water specialists, specialists designing plumbing systems that work when we need it. Thanks to plumbers, Of course, we have hot water on demand. Showers come with a variety of options, and kitchens provide the ultimate, get out of here, ad, the ultimate convenience there too. So it's very nice. National Hug a Plumber Day today. Today's also National DNA Day. Look at this. On this day in 1953, James Watson and Francis Crick formally announced their discovery of deoxyribonucleic acid, or DNA, in a short letter published in the science journal Nature. Fast forward to 1990, when scientists from around the world came together to begin mapping the human genome. Known as the Human Genome Project, approximately 2,000 scientists in 6 countries set to work mapping the nucleotides in human DNA. In the process, the project learned that humans share genes with other species. Some of the species the project mapped include yeast, mice, and the fruit fly. Interesting. All species commonly studied in science already. So I guess we share genes with the fruit fly, the pesky little fruit flies. The genome is our map of life. That is according to President William Clinton there too. I find genes very interesting. DNA, the genes can get passed down. Sometimes they skip 2 or it's recessive. Of course, being a twin, an identical twin, we share 100% of the same genes. However, not everything is the same with us. What shows up in my brother feature-wise, I guess I also would carry too, and vice versa. So very interesting. You can learn about genetics and genomics. Read books about DNA. There's a lot that you can do. So that's on National DNA Day today. Pretty cool. What else we got here? National Teach Children to Save Day. So that's always good to do. Start early there too. Encouraging children to develop good saving habits. Bankers across the country volunteer every year to teach children to save. Developing these habits at a young age creates a foundation for a lifetime of saving. Involving our children with a saving plan and money management skills prepares them for a solid future. Parents should teach children about financial matters so that, of course, when they head out into the world, they avoid pitfalls and can be financially devastating. With an early start on saving and an understanding of budgeting their money, children will have solid habits as they turn into adulthood. And of course, we can, always still save here, of course. You know how to save here. That's with Radio Shopping Show side of things. And again, we do have our special deal today, with it being a Thursday, the day before our game day. We've got some try something new savings here. So enjoy it on the National Savings Day today. 847-931-1410. Today's also National Zucchini Bread Day. It encouraged bakers to make a delicious bread. I've actually had zucchini bread before. It's actually not that bad. I know that it's a vegetable, and if you know me, I'm not a huge vegetable fan. But I have had zucchini bread, and I've even had zucchini cupcakes, too. They're actually pretty good. Many explorers who came to America brought back what they considered strange food, including the zucchini. The zucchini eventually found its way to Italy, where it was named zucchino. Is that right? Yeah, zucchino. The 2 C's are a cuss sound, I do believe. Yeah, zucchino. Native Americans referred to zucchinis as something eaten raw. However, we all know that zucchinis taste best cooked, especially in bread. Today is also National Take Our Daughters and Sons to Work Day, the 4th Thursday in April. That is also today, too. This annual event is an educational program in the United States and Canada where parents take their children to work for 1 day. Hopefully they will enjoy that. The day is designed to help children explore the workforce. It inspires children to see the different roles required to run a business or to build a project also. So that's also today. Take your children to work day. And it's also National Telephone Day today, too. Give me a call. You can call me off air because we're about to go to the live stream eventually here at the top of the hour. But it is National Telephone Day today. Around the world, there are 9.82 billion mobile phones. And while some predict the landline to be obsolete by, 2020? Well, it's 2024. We still have landlines. There are still about 931 million landlines around the world. That's what they thought. They had predicted that, actually. And who invented the telephone? In this case, the whole world knows the answer is Alexander Graham Bell. I guess that is who it is. Had his attorney been delayed by foul weather or poor planning, the answer may have been a different name. So that's on National Day calendar there. 847-931-1410. Taking a look at the time here, it is 3:57, so we got about 30 seconds left before the Shop Show close music kicks in, and then we kick it to our live stream. So just some reminders here before we, take it to the live stream here. Remember that you can call me off air if you'd like. So if you would like to, you can call me off air from the 4 to 6 o'clock hour. I will still take those Radio Shopping Show calls. We still have our deal. It's posted to our website, WRMN1410.com. So it's pretty easy to find. If you go under, of course, daily deals and new businesses, you should be able to find it there. And then, of course, you can even call for Tradio 2 if you want to. And then, of course, tomorrow I'll mention the Tradio callers. I'll also mention the Tradio callers tomorrow, too. Well, time allows. So we still got some things happening here. So again, keep listening. We're going to go into our live stream pretty soon here, so stay tuned for that. It's going to happen. We're going to take it to the news here and, of course, messages from our sponsors. Then we'll be in our live stream there. I'll bring it up here on the screen. So, of course, the stream will still be streaming, and then you'll be able to see it via my end of things. I'll bring up the screen so it'll be all connected and ready to go for you to listen and to watch. So if you're not on the YouTube side of things, it'll, of course, be able to go onto the airwaves here. And if you are on the YouTube side of things, you'll not only be able to listen in, you'll also be able to physically watch the live stream as well. So stay tuned, and we're going to be back with more with the live stream in just a bit.
A recent Gallup poll indicated that 38% of Americans are putting off healthcare because of financial concerns, the highest ever recorded. I'm Dr. Bob Martin, here to serve you every Sunday afternoon from 1 to 4. Millions of Americans are seeking health advice that will not cost an arm and a leg, so I offer health tips and advice absolutely free. Listen to my show, Sunday afternoons from 1 to 4 right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM, the voice of the Valley and the home of Radio Shopping Show.
America's Best Restaurants travels the country and features restaurants that you should visit each week. Recently, the cast and crew made their way to Renata's German Restaurant in Hanover Park. Renata serves old family recipes and delicious German-influenced food. Renata's also specializes in a wide variety of traditional German baked goods, too. So, if you've yet to visit Renata's, try America's Best Restaurants choice. Drop in soon for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Visit renatasgermanrestaurant.com.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 4 o'clock.
With your AM 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Prevnar. As part of the City of Elgin's ongoing efforts to ensure structural safety and integrity of the city's bridges, the Kimball Street and National Street Bridge will undergo detailed inspections on Saturday, April 27th. Motorists and pedestrians should prepare for various lane and sidewalk closures from 8 a.m. until late in the evening on Saturday. The City of Elgin is once again hiring. They're looking for people to join their team in full-time and part-time positions, and you can apply for a position with the City of Elgin by going to cityofelgin.org/jobs. A pair of Kane County veterans successfully completed the rigorous Veterans Treatment Court program, overcoming challenges with substance abuse and mental health. The courtroom, echoing with applause and support from loved ones and fellow veterans, was the scene in the courthouse yesterday. The special court, operational since January of 2018, gives veterans entangled in the criminal justice system a path to recovery and a clean slate with their cases dismissed. With your AM 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Family Talk with Straight Talk.
You give and you give. It's time to get with Straight Talk Wireless. You get a reliable 5G network and unlimited data, and you get to choose who joins your family plan starting as low as $25 a line. Does it have to be family? It can be family or people you like.
Get more lines and more savings. Switch to Straight Talk for family plan starting as low as $25 a line per month for 4 lines. Find us at Walmart and straighttalk.com. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com. Family plan discount with 4 lines, all on the Silver Unlimited plan. Taxes and fees apply.
Not to brag, but Progressive's Name Your Price tool is mankind's greatest tool ever. Even better than the wheel. Sure, without the wheel, we wouldn't have modern transportation or funny videos of dogs riding skateboards. But without the Name Your Price tool, we wouldn't have easy access to auto insurance options based on our budget. And, well, cars do need wheels. They also need insurance. insurance, and insurance never goes flat. Learn more about the greatest tool ever, the Name Your Price tool at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
Everyone has a community to lean on. A neighborhood, school, kids' teams, where you worship, work out, or any other place or group where you choose to belong. Communities can provide support when you need it, and even when you don't know you do. Like when it comes to preventing underage drinking and other substance use. You've talked with your kids and shared clear expectations, but you're not with them every minute. Your community members, friends and relatives, teachers and coaches, faith leaders, and other important adults in your kids' lives can be your eyes, ears, and a supportive influence when you're not around, reinforcing your messages with your kids and alerting you to warning signs of underage drinking or other substance use. So talk with your kids about these issues and involve the members of your community to help keep your kids safe. Because when you talk, they hear you.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. Caleb Williams expected to go first overall in the NFL draft tonight. Chicago has the pick. They met with the former USC quarterback and had to get to know the coaching staff as well as potential future teammates. Williams says he's ready to hit the ground running.
I'm really ready because I want to get back to a football team. I haven't been on a football team since November 18th, and so it's that's probably the toughest part to me, and something I really want to get back to. Get in the locker room, be around the guys, be involved every single day, and letting it rip. So I'm really excited for that.
Meanwhile, the Bears made a public push on Wednesday for a new stadium. As for Soldier Field, Bears CEO Kevin Warren said,
"One of the things that makes this project unique is that we would be able to continue to play at Soldier Field during the construction."
Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Hey there, you in aisle 2. I see you by the fiber and laxatives. You still using those to manage your constipation with belly pain? If your symptoms keep coming back, you may have irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C. So you may need more than over-the-counter treatments to manage it. Ask your doctor about how Linzess can help you get ahead of it.
Linzess linaclotide is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Learn more at Linzess.
Clocking out, drive home with the Drive Time Deal with Matt McNeil on WRMN 1410 AM every weekday from 3 to 6 p.m. I bring you the hottest deals in town, the most intriguing stories, and the tracks that take the edge off rush hour. Tune in on 1410 AM. Catch us on YouTube Live at WRMN Radio or stream through our app. I've got the wheel to steer your evening right. WRMN 1410 AM, your home of radio shopping and the soundtrack to your commute.
Rise and shine, Fox Valley listeners. It's time to kickstart your day with First Shift with Marky B on WRMN 1410 AM. From 6 to 9 a.m., join the chatter that gets you clued in with the latest buzz around town. Don't just sip on your coffee. Let Marky B brew your morning with the perfect mix of news, views, and moves. Dial us in or live stream at WRMN1410.com and make your mornings a whole lot brighter. WRMN 1410 AM. We're the voice of the Valley, and we're here to talk.
The Radio Shopping Show.
All right, everybody, welcome to the first annual Whisky and Cigar Social. So happy to be out here. We're in East Dundee. This is Leah sitting at the table. I've also got Master Dino. Dean is joining me this afternoon.
Good afternoon, everybody. How are you?
What a beautiful day.
You couldn't ask for a better day. The sun is shining. It's a little brisk, but you know it's going to be okay. It's a beautiful day. There's plenty of spirits to keep us warm.
was just going to say, I'm sure there's going to be some beverages out there that are sampling. I actually had the chance to get out there and sample one of them already, and it was mighty tasty. It's actually over at the Dancing Goat, and everybody knows where I come from is Wisconsin. So right now, I will let you know that that one is brought to you from Cambridge, Wisconsin. So that is made and brewed there, but it's got a real butterscotchy taste to it, and we're going to be sampling a bunch of different whiskeys tonight. And would you consider yourself a whiskey connoisseur?
I'm a Scotch guy. I've always been Scotch. I don't mind trying a little whiskey. I've been, sampling a little bit of those Manhattan with the whiskeys, I guess, and I'm enjoying them.
I always was away from whiskey. I was not really a big fan. And now that we've got the drink of the day coming into the studio every other week, I think it's actually broadened my horizons. It's not that low shelf first rail. You're talking the top notch good stuff here that's got the real smooth flavor. And when it's a good whiskey, I think you can almost taste it and taste the ingredients. You can taste the woodiness to it. You can taste a lot of it. And I think, do you believe that that's why it's so good with cigars? Because they have a lot of similar spices and scents to them. I think
it's a perfect blend. I mean, no matter what you're going to go with, but I've always said a whiskey, a bourbon, a whiskey always goes better with a cigar. Yeah. A Scotch guy with a cigar, yeah, he'll do it. But I think you'll do a whole lot more with your whiskey and bourbons. But I got to tell you, I'm really impressed. Macanudo, I've been smoking Macanudo since 1976.
Is that the one you smoke?
These are my brand forever. It's a Jamaican cigar.
Yep.
And I use the Prince Philip Cafe. It's a big ring size, nice and long. It's like an all-day sucker. I mean, this is about halfway through the size of what I smoke.
Is it?
But what a quality. It's always consistent. It's a great smoke, and it's amazing that they picked it for today's event.
That happens to be the one you get when you come in and get your ticket. Now, real quickly, I want to, just to help everybody when it comes to checking in here. We're located at 319 River Street. I will let you know that we are downtown East Dundee. We're right across the street from the Distant Social. Most people would identify this as the depot on River Street. So if you're familiar with that, the bike trail goes right by us on one side. You can see just by the visual here, taking the audio with the event at our back, you can see the gated area that is got a bunch of different distilleries that are lined up to give you samples. So when you get here, if you've got your ticket, you're going to present your ticket. I'm going to say right now, be prepared to show a proof of age, because you do need to guarantee that everybody is 21. And I think that's obvious. You'll get your wristband, like you just showed, you got your wristband on. That'll make sure that everybody here knows that you are of age. You'll actually get some drink tickets as well. You'll get a little cup such as this, which is your responsibility to take care of. And then this will be your sampler as you make your way to the different whiskeys. Now, they've got a bunch of different ones on here, from Chattanooga to Blue Ridge. They've got Bardstown. Bardstown, of course, has got these really cool lanyards. I grabbed one of them because I said I tried and checked out some of the whiskey there. All the different flavors, and it's funny how people specialize in one thing over the other. What makes them stand out. I suppose if you're going to be a whiskey maker, why would people pick you than anybody else?
The same thing, especially at an event like this. This is a tasting event, so everybody, like you said, they stand out for a little something extra special that they do. Whether it's the barrel that they store them in, you're talking about that wood flavor, right, that wood burnt taste, because I guess they sear them before they actually put the whiskey in there.
A whiskey distillery?
I have seen them. I was down in Kentucky.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you something. It's really amazing when you go in there.
And you realize the different things, too, that they sear the inside with changes up the flavors that are going to have it.
Totally different. Totally.
I was just speaking with one of the folks around here, and they were telling me that they're a 10-year brewery, all right? So it's family-owned. This one is from Newport, Kentucky. They are right around the corner here from us, right when you make your way around the corner. But they are family-owned, and they will not put out any whiskey that has not been, is 100 proof, or has been stored for at least 4 years. It has to be at least 4 years old before they'll put it to the table.
That goes to their brand, and that goes to their quality. They want to make sure they're giving it all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got a bunch of different distributors here. If you got the card when you got your Whiskey Social promotion, when you saw this going on and you got this card, you'll see there's some of them on the back. There's more of them that have been added since the back has been here. When you come in and check in, again, you'll get your wristband, you'll get your Macanudo, right? Did I say that right?
Macanudo.
You got your...
Or maybe I'm saying it wrong, but I've been calling it Macanudo forever. That's okay.
But anyway, you got your Macanudo here. That'll come with your entry when you walk in, along with your cup and your drink tickets. Then you'll also get a spirits list. So if you'd like to place an order, maybe you're going to find, that's why I like tasting events.
It's special with you buy one, don't they?
Did you? Yep, they do. We're going to talk a little bit more of that when we have Joy joining us on the table. But from all of them here, if let's say you like something, that's why I like tasting events, because I don't like exhausting a lot of money or spending a lot of money. Have you ever had it where you bought something and then got it home and you're like, man, I'm not a fan?
Yeah. Well, this is the opportunity. You know what I mean? No window shoppers here. This is, you're going to actually taste it.
Right on.
You're not on the outside.
And I think that's right. That's the cool thing about like wine tastings and things like that, is that it gives you a chance to sample it. So when you come in, you'll also get this list and order form. And you can see, I just put this open on the front. I didn't realize there's a whole open on the back here too.
Yeah.
So they've got that. You can actually purchase them today from the vendor. So it's going to be a great way. And a neat thing too about the Distance Social, other than being the host of our drink of the day every other week at WRMN on Thursday nights, they actually are a big supporter of Eileen Strong, which is an event that is a fundraising event, I should say. They're going to be doing a golf outing coming up, but it's for Eileen Reedy, and it's got the whole story about it. You can see some of the picturesque information when you come and check in too. But I think that anybody who gives back to the community sure has to stand strong in our eyes.
100%. You have to give back. I mean, we're fortunate. We're able to be at these nice events. I mean, these events cost money. So of course, and they're sharing some of the proceeds to a great charity, and it's wonderful.
One thing I want to say,
Charity will talk more about the
Yeah.
charity.
Yeah.
I honestly don't have the information on it.
but and I don't want to toot your horn, but I have to say, of all people, I know you're all about giving back, and I want to give just a real quick shout out. You just reminded me, because America's First Responder Fest is going to be coming up this fall again. What's the actual date?
That's going to be September the 7th at Panton Mill Park. You don't want to miss it.
Almost a whole month.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it because of the weather issue, or was that when the park was open?
You know what? It's kind of both of them, really. I mean, it's they kicked it up more so. I think it was scheduling, and we were trying to get a little more daylight.
Got it.
You know, at the end of the fest last year, it was kind of dark, and you're right next to the river, got all those bugs flying around. So we figured, you know what, a little more sunshine, maybe we're going to have a little clearer view for our people.
And especially you have some music that plays into the night too, so people around a little bit.
We're also going to start it out with the Rapid Response. Great name for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Rapid Response 5K run. That's going to start at 10 a.m. But the festival actually goes from 11 to 7.
Okay.
And we have the first responder stage tributes. What we're going to do, different folks of law enforcement, public service, firefighters, maybe dispatchers, anybody that has done anything a little bit above and beyond. We want to recognize them. We understand that's their job, and they get paid for their job, but they should be recognized. You're a different person when you're a police officer or a firefighter working for even the village. And I want to tell you another shout out to East Dundee over here. We're at the depot that's actually under construction, and where we're sitting, they're telling me they're going to put new concrete, and there's restrooms behind. So the crew said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to get this done, get it temporarily working, and they've been working here all afternoon to make sure there was extra restrooms.
Right
So-
up until airtime, so we got pivot hats off and
absolutely.
packing things up and walking over here right now.
So putting the labels on the restrooms, I was like, wow. I said, what's going on? And that's when he told me. So that's kind of nice.
That's true, because I got here and I used the restroom right when I first got here, and there was no label on it. So you're
3 guys working around you. So that was the dead girl. They were still under construction.
That's a lot. Plus, the East Dundee is part of making sure this could happen, because this is something that's been a long event. It actually started with our good friend Jeremy, who used to be with the Radio Shopping Show. And it started with him in the beginning, talking about bringing an event. That's kind of his forte. He does a lot of planning of events and like a connector, right? That brings everything together. So brought it out here, and then knowing that we were going to have the broadcast and just have a great turnout, I think it's going to be wonderful. I think a lot of people were waiting till the last minute because they weren't sure about the weather.
Who could tell?
Yeah.
You're in the Chicago area.
Uh-huh.
You never know what the weather's going to be.
Right. And luckily it is beautiful right now. So if you want to come on out, we are broadcasting live right now from the beautiful East Dundee. We are outside. We're at the depot. And it is the Whisky and Cigar Social. So I want to remind everybody, when you come on out, if you have not yet bought your ticket, you can all you need to do is come into the front entry. We're actually on the east side of the park. So if you can see it gated off on the east side of the park, you'll see a table set up there. If you've not yet had your tickets, you can acquire your ticket. That will be necessary. It's $80 at the gate today. So if you didn't have an opportunity to get your tickets earlier, it will be $80 if you come in. I think they're going to do a lot of ticket sales here once you start seeing that traffic and activity.
I'm watching the front door, and I can see a few people filing in right now.
Yeah.
So I agree. And people have to get off of work. What time is it right now?
It's just a little after 4.
Yeah,
And
4:15.
We're broadcasting from 4 to 6. And what they're going to be doing during this time, first of all, just to give an overview to anybody out there, they're going to be doing a cigar rolling event. They're going to be showing how they roll cigars, which I'm crazy interested in. So hopefully we can get a video of that. There is some great food here as well. We want to give some props to Aliano's is out here. I think DC Cabs is out here bringing some food. They also have some wonderful waters and things like that if you want to enjoy just a glass of water, or maybe just I think if you're doing a tasting, sometimes you have to have a wash to kind of break up the flavor from one to the other. Do you do that with whiskey?
Well, you gotta have to have a little break in between. Absolutely. But clear out the pitches like anything. When you go to the wine tastings, they do the same thing.
Right.
They make sure that you swoosh around a little bit and get yourself a new flavor. Otherwise, you won't know the difference from one to the other.
So from a cigar that you were just saying, the Macanudo, from that to other cigars, other than being a Jamaican one, what makes that one stand out a little bit? This was the pick right from the get-go, so it must be one of the favorites.
You know, I don't know how people pick their cigars, but I like a nice mild smoke because I'm on them all day long.
Yeah.
That's how I can tell my voice sometimes. But I enjoy a nice smooth smoke. I don't like the Maduro is the real deep wrap, as they call it. That's why I said cafe.
Change the color of this then if it's a deeper smoke.
I would imagine the band has some depletion, but they have jade color, which is like a green. You have the cafe, which is the medium leaf, and that's kind of a little darker than a cafe, almost to the Maduro. And the Maduro is the real dark one, and that's real juicy. Gets a lot of toddy. I think a little bit of aftertaste as well.
I'm sure I'd want that as much because I love the smell of a cigar. Yeah. And from here, where it says it's a Macanudo Inspirado, is Inspirado a strain of the Macanudo, or are they all Macanudo Inspirado?
You know what? I think Inspirado's got to be the size, the actual.
Okay, got it.
They name each cigar.
Sometimes they're bigger.
Yes, Prince Philip. I know that one. They've got a Montalbano. They've got, oh my God, they got a dozen different ones. But yeah, it's all about they name them, they label them, and it's all what you enjoy.
Really
so many different.
And I know we have to get to a break in a little bit, but if you really take a look at it, you can even see the tobacco leaves and the spread on there. See that? And if you never really pay attention with cigar, they usually have you. Sonar's giving it a good peek on there. They have you take the end off. Is that for a freshening thing or for easy or light? Why do you snip the end off?
Typically, you got to be able to draw through it. Otherwise, it's sealed.
So you snip this.
This and then there's end you snip off. That's correct. You could do a V cut. You could do a straight cut. Depends on what you like.
So when they've got that little snipper, see, folks, don't think I'm funny. I'm asking this because I know there's many out there that don't know it either. So you snip that end off. My husband would be laughing. He's laughing right now. The brisk.
All the rabbis carry one in their pockets, just in case they're on the street. You never know when you need one.
Finish up after a brisk, right?
There you go.
But anyway, come on down. We are out here. We're broadcasting live. We're going to get Joey over here, see if we can talk to some of the distilleries if they'd like to come up and chat with us. Aliano's has got some food along with DC Cubs. This is WRMN, and we are out here at the beautiful East Dundee. Remember that their open gate is on the east side, so keep that in mind. We're on the east side. They've got a checkout center, check-in center right over there. There's actually shirts, and I think there's products that people can buy here as well.
They have going on. They have a raffle. They don't take some stuff for everybody.
It's going to be a fun night.
If you don't have fun, it's on you because they set the stage perfectly.
So can't wait to get out there and sample some of those little shots. Come on out, get your glass, get your wristband, get your tickets. This is WRMN, and again, we're broadcasting live on site tonight.
On site tonight, the talk of the town.
6 p.m. right now, East Dundee. We'll be back with more of WRMN after these messages.
Anderson Japanese Gardens, ranked the highest quality Japanese garden in North America and located right in the heart of Rockford. Their mission is to open minds to a different culture while offering a place of peace and tranquility where one can find healing, renewal, inspiration, and a re-energized soul. A premier destination for corporate functions, special events, weddings, and receptions. For directions, hours, and fees, visit andersongarden.org today.
This is McGruff the Crime Dog, and I need you to help me take a Fight out of crime. Counterfeit products are popping up everywhere. Fake sneakers, fake cosmetics, and even fake pills. Crooks are selling counterfeit versions of just about everything. Last year, billions of dollars worth of counterfeit products were sold in the U.S. Sure, it may seem like saving a few bucks on the things you want isn't a big deal, but counterfeits are usually made in unsafe conditions, potentially using hazardous and even lethal ingredients that could harm you and others. And the money you've paid, it goes right into the hands of criminals and may support child labor, drugs, and even gangs. Smells like big crime to me. So if you still think buying fake products is harmless, think again. And remember, if you don't know where the products came from, how could you know where the money goes? You're smart, buy smart. Go for real. Learn more at mcgruffpsa.org. This message is brought to you by the United States Patent and Trademark Office and the National Crime Prevention Council.
Theriault Booth, a leading local law firm, is located on the beautiful Fox River in downtown St. Charles. Here's Ryan Theriault.
For better or worse, there are just times people need a lawyer. Whether you are involved in a work injury, in an automobile crash, selling a home, or even planning for your estate after your passing, we're here. We're local. We're part of the community.
For more information, visit them on the web at tbfirm.com or give them a call at 630-526-4242. It's the time of the year where storms and inclement weather can pop up unexpectedly. If you have a generator powered by a small engine, keep it running like a top. Don't do the tune-up yourself. Let Ames Small Engine Repair at 674 Laurel Street in Elgin handle your generator. Ames can do oil changes, spark plugs, and make all the necessary adjustments. From simple tune-ups to major repairs, Ames Small Engine can do it all. Don't forget, it's not too early to think about a lawnmower tune-up. Call 847-742-8750.
Oh no, I just hit that post and my car's got a dent.
Uh-oh, better get Mako.
Oh yeah? Where are they?
Mako is America's body shop. They're the world's largest provider of paint and collision services. They're located at 212 Western Avenue in Carpentersville, across from Spring Hill Mall. I've used them. Check out my car.
Wow, looking good.
Everything was so easy and affordable. Hummer and staff were super friendly and really knew their stuff.
I'm going to call them now.
Mention WRMN 1410 at the Carpentersville Mako and receive 10% off today.
Here at WRMN Radio, we try to connect with the community and discuss important issues, like our current mental health crisis. Here's Lori Baker, President and CEO of AID.
I think most people, when they see young children thinking about suicide at the ages of 5 and 6 and 7, I mean, that's shocking to me that children even know that they want to harm themselves somehow. I know it's difficult. I definitely feel the pinch. We all feel the pinch at the gas pump, at the grocery store, right, in our rents, but I think most people could handle 27 cents a day to help kids and seniors and people experiencing homelessness.
Discussions like this take place on the first shift, weekday mornings from 6 to 10, right here on WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN 1410 Radio on Facebook.
And hello, everybody. Welcome back. We're at WRMN, out on the street, talk of the town. We are talking today from East Dundee. I got to shoot in the right Dundee here.
East Dundee.
East Dundee. Are you an East Dundee original? I mean, have you grown up here? Have you been in this area all your life?
No. Hoffman Estates and then East Dundee.
And I say you, who I'm talking to right now is Joe Zeller. He is joining us. You know, every other week we've got Joey joining us in studio. So obviously a namesake, yeah?
Yes.
You have more than, how many kids do you have?
I have 3 kids, Joey, Emily, and Alex.
Are they all involved in the distance social?
2 out of 3.
Okay, by choice?
Maybe. Yeah.
You never want to do that. I think 2 of my kids were involved in radio before. I had it before too. And then after that, they're like, yeah, I'm done. Once mom's not watching me anymore, it's fine.
But I think they both enjoy it, but
oh, I think
we'll see what happens.
And I know that your wife's here too, and helping out at the front there, taking those tickets. So it really is a family run business.
It is, yeah, big time.
That's kind of, I think every dad would want to run something with their kid, don't you? Is there a pride thing coming in there at all, Joe?
There's a stress thing coming in here. Yes.
I think sometimes when I'm talking to Joey during our drink of the day, I think sometimes it even surprises him how much information that he's throwing out there. It's just basic knowledge that he has, from the right glass to serve a certain drink and and the history behind it. I mean, he's got a lot of that street knowledge that a lot of people wouldn't be.
He knows
it was
the
college
stuff,
well
yeah.
before, Joe.
Yes. No, he does know his stuff, which is good, and he's
Yeah.
a quick learner.
I think that's probably what makes places like the Distance Social stand out and so appealing, because I think there's an entertainment that comes with being a mixologist. You know,
Yes.
I think there's storytelling, right? And there's also a little bit of the history and the description of the drink or the liquor that's being made, right, into the beverage.
Yes.
What's your favorite whiskey?
My favorite whiskey is that's a trick question, but I think Limousine
Okay.
is in there. A rye, though.
Okay, so you're a rye whiskey.
Yes.
Okay. So what's the difference, if you don't mind me asking? If I, this is, I'm learning it. So I have my mom's husband, Poppy, actually did rye. He always did it that way. And I think rye, because supposedly it was better for people who might be suffering from diabetes. So there must be something the way they distill it. It could just be a con job, and it's just his excuse to drink whiskey. You never know.
That could be. It's spicier, a little spicier.
So it's got a little bit. And why is that? So what makes a certain whiskey a rye whiskey?
There's more rye in it.
And rye is just obviously the grain that goes into when you're just right. Because there's rye, there's corn, wheat.
Most are made of corn makeup, but then the rye makes the rye. Yeah.
And what ones do they use when they're putting them in the big barrel, and then they actually distill it? Like if they're making a smokier flavor, what are they using for that?
That could be the barrel that affects that.
Knowing that you have this kind of business, does that just amaze you to go out and see some of those, or what made you want to do the Distance Social, if you don't mind me asking, Joey? How'd that come to be?
The Distance Social came to be. It was kind of during COVID, and my dad passed away. We were able to get the building. Joey was into whiskeys and all that, as well as I was a little bit. And it just made sense. This town seemed like it was right for it. So it was partly, I don't know.
Partly fate a little bit.
Fate,
a little bit of
if
planning there, right?
it didn't happen, this might not be here today. I don't know.
There's a lot of stories of COVID being the onset of a lot of good things. Do you know what I mean? I think we look at the negative side, but there's a lot of businesses that came to fruition. There's a lot of people that decided to leave their jobs and just start a new career because of COVID as well.
Well, Joey lived in Jersey when I thought of this, so he and Kelly came back and we did it. So that was a big career move for him.
Right, no kidding, coming back home. The funny thing is, Kelly's from Wisconsin, so immediately I had something in common. So we started talking a lot of Wisconsin stuff.
Yeah, and she knows her stuff too with all these whiskeys and spirits. So yeah.
So one thing I will say is one of the whiskeys that is here is from Cambridge, Wisconsin. So Kelly, if you're listening, it's a good one. They've got a real kind of almost an after dinner drink type of liqueur, which is really.
Which one is that?
It was the one called Dancing Goats.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
And it's made from Wisconsin milk, Wisconsin cow's milk, not those happy cows in California. Yeah, I know Wisconsin.
Yeah,
right?
Yes.
Anyway, we are broadcasting live right now. We are not in Studio 14 tonight. We're out in East Dundee. We're under the depot. And how many people have you had walking around saying, "What is this? What's going on here?"
Well, there's been plenty, but yeah, it's a great day, and so far the crowd looks like it's going to start filling up.
Were you looking at the weather each day to see what it was going to be like for Thursday?
I looked 14 days ago and it said tons of rain.
I know.
Tons of rain, yes.
And knowing that we were under shelter was fine. I knew there was a tent, but this makes a whole nicer atmosphere when it comes to having the whiskey.
I know, this is great venue in East Dundee. Awesome to help us host this whole event.
Now, going back, if you don't mind me asking, you said your dad had the building where the Distance Social is. Did he have a business down here? If so, what was it called?
He was a proprietor of the River Trading Post, a Native American Indian gallery.
Wow.
Yes.
Do you have Native American in your blood, or what made him choose that?
We do not. I do not know that either. He just he was like the world aficionado of Native art for some reason.
He's a great historian there, so knew a lot of where things came from and the value behind it.
Yeah.
That's a cool story. There's something, if I can learn, I was not a big history buff when I went to school. It was not my best subject. But when I learn things, I want to get down to the nuts and bolts of it.
He was a welcome white man on the Navajo Nation.
No kidding.
Yeah, they love the guy. And I don't know how and why, but
if you have somebody that's going to come and bring them hopefully money back for the product that they're giving them to sell.
That's what he did.
Yeah. Then it's like kids in a second world
yeah.
country. You
no,
know?
He was the welcome white guy for sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
I see that we have got somebody getting ready here to put some music on. There's going to be music tonight. This is the Whiskey and Cigar Social. We've been talking for quite some time. I have got Joe Zeller. This is Joey's dad joining us right now on the air. Now, of all the distillers, most of these that are out here with the samples, are they ones that you have available at the Distant Social?
They are all available at the Distant Social, and they're all selling bottles tonight. So come and get a bottle.
And I think too, there's a list here. There's a shopping list that if people want, they've got the prices on here. And I know there's a deal tonight too, that if they buy so many bottles, is that right?
Yep, 6 bottles, you get 10% off your purchase.
And you can get that. Now, I thought it was just wonderful to have this one little copy, but if you turn it over, there's a whole nother page.
Yes,
on the back.
yeah, there's page 2.
And I don't know about you, but I always like it if I can I love sampling places or events anyway, because I don't like putting out a lot of money of something I'm not going to have. Joy's been great at opening up my palate to a lot of different flavors. I don't know if you ever get a chance to watch the shows, but yeah, and I'm pretty blunt. I'll say if I like it or I don't like it, but there's some of them that I would come back for in a heartbeat. I already ran inside to see if they had blue cheese olives.
I think we do. I saw them in the refrigerator. Yeah.
I'll be done. Nonetheless, we are out here now, out at East Dundee. This technical address is 319. Is that right?
Yes, 319 River Street.
And you guys are 360.
314.
314, excuse me. Now, is the Distant Social open tonight?
We are open, 4 to 9 or 4 to 11.
And one of the questions that we had that I want to be clear on right now is that with the gated area here, you do need to have that ticket to be able to get you into this event, and you have to stay within the gated area. We do have people at both outs here to make sure nobody walks out with any open beverages.
You are welcome to come and enjoy without a ticket.
Okay.
And if you purchase a ticket, then you can enjoy all the goods.
Got it. So people can come here. They just can't go around and get all the samples.
Correct.
And get the cigar, which is the Macanudo.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
The other thing I did want to say with the music coming in, you have music, once a month, I think.
Thursday.
Third Thursday of the month over at the Distant Social.
Yes.
When you came to the concept, I've always wondered this, and Joey's never really quite given me a straight answer. We should say hi to the missus. You have to come say hi really quick. You can't just stand there. Hello.
Hello. I'm Joe's wife, Joey's mom.
And your name?
Luann.
Luann. And
Yes.
Luann, for this coming to fruition, is it something that's been long awaited? Because this started
Yes.
like last fall.
Yes, we've been planning since then.
And the amount of attention it's got, I think is pretty cool. Do you like the fact, especially for the first annual, you go into that kind of with blinders on, you never really know what you're going to get. So I think the amount of attention it brought in,
We
got
were
me
worried-
very proud.
We were worried for a short time, and then tickets started selling, and we're pretty happy with the turnout.
I think it's going to be great.
And the weather.
Oh, yes. The weather was a big deal.
I
Yeah.
said, how long did you start looking at the weather report? He said 14
Yes,
days.
he
and I
did.
didn't anymore after that.
Yeah, and the first time you looked, I think it was supposed to be pouring rain.
Tons of rain.
Yeah. So
It turned out.
So we're happy to have
Yes.
it. But thank you. And again, you have a great son. We enjoy bringing the drink of the day. And I said, if anything, it opens up people who are getting recipes and trying to do things like never would have done it before without having that. And especially he's a great person at describing. And I said, I think that's part of people who are mixologists.
He's very articulate.
There. And there's also a matter of it's got to be entertaining a little bit. There's one thing to talk about it like you're schooling somebody. There's another way to talk about it that's making it entertaining and performance art almost, and he does really well at that. So you done good.
Thanks. Thank you. Always good to hear.
So Joe and Luann are out here. They are the parents of Joy that you might see every other Thursday. This is one of our on Thursdays, so we decided to come and broadcast live here for the event tonight. We're going to be broadcasting until 6 o'clock. You'll hear some microphone, you'll hear some audio behind us. That is just going to be music that's going to be taking place in entertainment. Happy to hear. Now, what else can people expect tonight? They'll come in, they've got the samples, but there's also going to be some cigar rolling.
There's cigar rollers, there's food vendors, there's Black and Gray is here, and then boatload of distilleries. So yeah, brewery.
Okay, got it. So
Yeah.
we talked about all the different ones.
Yeah.
This is the other one that I saw. We're both wearing our Rift glasses
Yes.
here.
Yep.
They've got people that are giving away a lot of tchotchkes too. So if you want to come on out and enjoy some of those, it's nice. One guy said, he goes, you can take whatever you want. It's less I got to carry back.
Yeah. Take it all home.
Anybody who's been to an event like this, you'll know you don't want to box it all up
No.
and take it back.
And then also Jeremy over there. This was kind of one of his ideas as well. So
We have given him props. We know goodness when we find it, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Jeremy's a good guy, and especially somebody who is really out to make sure it highlights the area. Not only you guys as a distant social, but he's a big fan of Dundee,
Oh, yeah.
the area, and wanted to bring something that I think people have tried for a long time to put together unsuccessfully. So it's nice to know that the city of East Dundee, because obviously they had to be on board in order for you to create this event.
Yep.
Right?
Good people to work with, for sure.
What are some of the rules you had to have, if you don't mind me asking? I know it had to be gated off. Obviously, there must be so many people that you can have in there. Is there any kind of rules that you had to stand by in order to pull this off?
Not too many. Just kind of keep it corralled and make sure no one gets too inebriated.
Do you think that in downtown now, especially on River Street, this to me reminds me a lot of, I don't want to say it's St. Charles, but it's very eclectic in its taste. From Mockingbird over here, you'll have axe throwing over there. You now have a taco or a Mexican food restaurant over here. It's very unique, and the distant social is cool because not only can you enjoy some of the great spirits, you've got an upper and a lower level, which is beautiful inside, guys. It almost makes me feel like it's a lounge, like it's a welcome home when you walk in. Was that the intent?
Yeah, it's a lounge and kind of the name, distant social distancing, all that. So just
So did that come about because?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna do the opposite.
Yeah.
I'm gonna distant social.
Yeah.
I love that. So, so tonight again, the event is going. I said till 8. Is it going till 8? Is that right?
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock tonight. You can come on out. We are broadcasting live right now from 319 on River Street, right here in Dundee. If you want to be a part of the fun, come on down. If you want to get your drink ticket, reminding you that you do have to get your ticket at the gate if you did not get it ahead of time, and it's $80 at the gate.
Yep. And Christian Sanchez band coming up here.
And he's got some great music, and he's one of them that plays the third Thursday of the month.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah, so he's going to be coming on out. I always said it was the August Christian Quartet. What did you call it?
That's what it is. Yeah.
That's why we have each other to back. We're checking each other for our.
That's his name, but you've got the band correct. Yeah.
There you go. Well, again, if you want to come on out, we're broadcasting live. We're having some fun. Joe's with me right now. Thank you, Joe, for joining me.
Thank you. All right.
I know they got a lot to do. We'll have Joey on and some of the other great folks over at the Distant Social. WRMN broadcasting live. We'll be back with more after these messages. We're going to send it down to Matt. Reminding you can still call in. Sending it back to Matt at the studio.
Cheers.
Nice.
What's the best way to get rid of a timeshare that you don't want? Call the Timeshare Exit Hotline. We're a group of attorneys that help customers legally exit their timeshares. It's an easy process. We guarantee results or you pay nothing. Exit your timeshare today. Call now.
800-890-5957. 800-890-5957. That's 800-890-5957.
A recent Gallup poll indicated that 38% of Americans are putting off health care because of financial concerns, the highest ever recorded. I'm Dr. Bob Martin, here to serve you every Sunday afternoon from 1 to 4. Millions of Americans are seeking health advice that will not cost an arm and a leg, so I offer health tips and advice absolutely free. Listen to my show, Sunday afternoons from 1 to 4 right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM, the voice of the Valley and the home of Radio Shopping Show.
We asked seniors how to prevent Medicare scams.
My best advice, if you get a phone call, do not talk to the person. These people are well trained. Don't talk to them.
They don't know me. They're just trying to scam me.
Don't be fooled. Hang up. Just hang up.
Never give out your Medicare number.
They're going to get your number to put in a false claim.
If I get a call from someone, I don't pick up the phone. And should I pick up the phone and they ask for information, then I hang up.
How do you detect Medicare fraud?
Just like I check my credit card statements, I check my Medicare statements monthly.
Scammers can get a hold of your number, order medical devices through your account, and you're not even going to know about it if you don't look at your statement.
Check your statement every month.
If you get your statement and you see something that you know you did not have done, you report it.
Call your Senior Medicare Patrol.
To report Medicare fraud, call the Senior Medicare Patrol at 800-699-9043.
Come on out to the Country Donuts, that is, at Route 20 and Nestler Road. They're always open. Donuts are made daily using only the finest ingredients to ensure freshness. Their huge variety of donuts offers something to please everyone. Country Donuts doesn't stop at offering you the best donuts. Enjoy a delicious breakfast sandwich or stop in for lunch and try a bowl of their famous chili. Need a larger or special donut order for your office? Call 847-488-1900.
The Distance Social, your spot for great craft cocktails with meaningful conversation. Whether you're out entertaining a group or out for a memorable nightcap, The Distance Social is your spot for starting or ending the perfect evening. Located at 314 North River Street in beautiful East Dundee, Illinois. Go the distance and find your social at The Distance Social. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. No matter the time of the day, WRMN 1410 AM is your platform to voice your views, share your stories, and connect with the Valley like never before. We're more than just radio. We're a community conversation that's always live, always local, and always looking for your input. Want to chime in on the drive time deal with Matt McNeil? Got a hot tip for first shift with Marky B? Or maybe you've got a question for a one-on-one with Leah. Now's the time to make your voice heard by calling Studio 14 at 847-931-1410. That's 847-931-1410. You can join in the dialogue from wherever you are by commenting on our YouTube live streams at WRMN Radio. Hit the subscribe button to get notified when we go live and bring your comments to the table. It's easy, it's fun, and hey, it's what neighbors do. We talk, we listen, we engage. You're not just the audience, you're part of the show. Call in, comment, and let's make radio interactive. WRMN 1410 AM, where your words are part of our wavelength.
Did you know you could have shopping show certificates mailed to you? Simply tell the host you would like to be a credit card or regular mail order customer, and we will explain the rest. Now, back to more savings on the Radio Shopping Show.
This weekend, and I've been watching the rain just coming through.
Right.
But it is a beautiful sunshine. You got enough of a breeze that if you're sitting in the sun, you're not torching yourself a little bit. Now we are out here many times I asked John to come out and be a part of our events and activities when we go out. And normally you do it, but this has got to be one you're at least kind of psyched about.
Yeah, I mean, this is really interesting, you know.
And your drink is a whiskey anyway, so you drink a whiskey, or you enjoy whiskey a little bit more. Do you know from the barrels, have you ever done, I don't think you and I have ever, I know we together have never done one, a whiskey, like a distillery tour?
No, we haven't. I haven't actually. I have not.
That's going to be next on our bucket list.
Right.
It really is a cool thing to see. So from your onset, you come in here, you got your tickets, you got your wristband. The wristband is what identifies, I think, that you're 21 years old. And then you've got all.
So you can partake.
So you can partake of the beverages. There you go. So when you walk along, when you first walk in and you take a left turn here, you're going to walk down, and then you'll start to see all of the different distilleries. Now we just think about
call it Whiskey Row.
We can call it Whiskey Row. That would be another one coming on here. That's like got to be a song written over there somewhere, right? But they've got all of the different ones, and I noticed on the glass here. So I'm going to send this around with John so he can sample of them. But we've got Bardstown when we first come out. Bill is over at Bardstown. Then they have the Dancing Goat. They've got the Rip, the one that I've got on my glasses here. So these guys have some glasses.
Oh, you got some glasses.
Yep.
Okay.
So they've got some tchotchkes, the little things that you can pick up when you buzz on by some of these stands. But the one thing you do is you take your cup up and you give them the cup, and they will give you a sample of the whiskey.
Right.
And they actually bring it up to probably like about here.
Okay.
Because the idea is that you taste it. And I think you and I, how many times I brought this up with Joe before and even Dino before, that we bought a bottle of something and got it home and we're
disappointed. Mm-hmm.
So if you would like to get out here and sample some of these whiskeys, if you find one that you really like, you're going to kick back and say, man, this has got some good hit to it. You can buy it tonight right there. That they're having it available for you to be able to buy it.
Thing, because it's obviously better to try it and know that you like it. That way you can go down the row and check them off and circle the one you want. Or ones.
Especially now with Poppy. Poppy is a rye, right?
Yes.
He's a rye
whiskey.
And we were talking about it. Nobody's been able to quantify the fact that it's for diabetes, for people with low sugar. So I think that could have just been a BS. It's part like, hey, I get to drink some wine.
Right.
But the funny thing is that there's a flavor to different types of whiskey, and there's an origin of how they're made.
Yes.
And you usually like to have something called 7 and 7. So you like a little bit more
Seagram's sweeter.
So you like a sweeter one that goes with it. What are some of the other ones? Jack Daniels. Do you know the Jack Daniels? They got the number 7 on the Jack Daniels bottle. Do you know what that stands for?
I've been told, but I don't remember.
There's two different stories because whiskey actually started off. They bounce it back and forth between Ireland and Scotland. So the Irish whiskey, this first one, Bardstown, is more of an Irish whiskey, they could call it. But they do have the different flavors on there. So again, you can sample them and see what it is that you're gonna like. One of the old stories is that Jack Daniels had 7 girlfriends, not seven wives, but he had 7 female.
I didn't hear that one.
Associates. And so that was one of the old stories. And then another one was that they said they call him Tennessee's finest. A lot of Jack Daniels. People might recognize Jack Daniels from Jack Daniels barbecue. There's a lot of barbecue sauces that you can have. Jack Daniels employees. Where did we go to again for Jack Daniels barbecue? Was it Famous Dave's or some rib place?
Yeah.
So a lot of that is used. I'm going to guess because of the ingredients it is to make it. But when I was looking it up, because Jack Daniels is the one most notably to people, they call it Tennessee's finest. And they said that according to the distillery, he was born in 1850, but nobody really knows his birthday. But they said the 7th was, first of all, they said that he had 7 girlfriends. And some other people say that the 7 is the number of missing 7 barrels of his product that everybody stole to duplicate.
Okay.
So when you start to hear a lot of those stories, now look back at times. Now this is the era.
Now they're probably stories, but
this is like the era. You love like the Wagon Trail, and they know that they had moonshine and they made their own alcohol. That there were people that came to rob them of that booze.
Oh, sure.
They're making that
Sure.
Right. And so that's what the 18,
and it's probably just 7 ingredients.
That could be. I feel like Gary is going to school me on all of these when we get
Probably
here.
will.
But another one that they were talking about is another one that people might be familiar with is Jim Beam. I'm trying to talk about some of those whiskeys that people might see just as they're having some drink. Jim Beam, a little bit stronger, I feel. So Jim Beam, do you ever drink Jim Beam with a drink?
I have.
But you still, it's not as sweet as
No.
a secret.
No.
But if you talk to any of the vendors here and you tell them.
If I have a rum and Coke.
Yeah.
Or I mean Jack and Coke.
Yeah, well, we had sometime tonight you got to try one of the daiquiris that we had at the Distant Social. I've been bragging about that, and I've been bragging about the.
Yeah, she brags about all of them.
Say guess what the drink of the day was, and again, 2 weeks from
It's too bad some of us have to work.
Yeah, it's a tough gig, really. But sometimes if you come and listen, 2 weeks from tonight, every other week we have Joey joining us in the studio, and he'll come in and actually make one from scratch. He'll break down not necessarily the ingredients. And what did I make you buy last week? And I said you got to buy a lime,
Pineapple juice.
Pineapple juice, because we're going to make some daiquiris. Yeah, put it all together. But that's the fun thing about learning to be a mixologist. I tended bar. You used to sit on and watch me mix drinks. We never had anything that elaborate. I would call it more of a beer bar.
Right.
But still, there is a ratio to everything. And a good bartender, to be quite honest with you, normally you'd say, okay, they can do the count and it's good. No, a good bartender is one that measures everything because they want somebody to have the exact same drink every time they go there. And how many times have we gone somewhere? And first of all, they'll either be like, I don't see any alcohol in here or taste it. And other times you're like, whoa.
You'll take a sip and go, whoa.
And then you don't enjoy it.
Right.
If you don't have that flavor that you're expecting. So that's the fun thing too about places like the Distant Social. He said, and I don't know if you heard him talking about it before, he said that they had it because they created it during COVID and they called it the Distant Social because of social distancing. So they said, let's just do the opposite.
Sure.
And call
Sure,
it.
and you're outside. And,
So if you get a chance, walk across the street
Okay.
and check it out because it's beautiful. It's got this lounge setting.
Okay.
And the Distant Social is another unique place to go because they don't have food there. They do have a light kind of bar snacky menu, but the reason they're neat is they'll allow people to bring food in.
Okay.
You can have Aliano's right next door deliver food for you to enjoy. Think of how many times we might have been out and having a conversation, having a couple of spirits, and said, you know what, we're really having fun here. I don't care to leave. You could call somebody and have them deliver the food in, and you don't find places that do that.
Not many.
They want to sell their own food and make their own money, right?
Right.
But anyway, if you guys want to come out and check out those great whiskeys, John's going to do a tour around and check some of them out. Now, there's everything from Bardstown.
Come on down and see if John's standing.
But that's you're going to do doing a whiskey social like this, a whiskey sampling, you just get a small little glass, enough for it to put your
Probably an ounce or just a little less.
exactly. You can sample the extensive list of fine whiskeys here from some of the favorite distilleries, most of those that they offer right in the Distant Social. Each ticket that you're going to have includes one cigar. So when you have your full ticket that you got, either from us here, you're going to get at the front counter, you're going to get one cigar. The cigar is a Macanudo Inspirato. So that's the cigar that's going to come with it. Dean says he smokes these all the time. So he was impressed that that was the free cigar.
I have in the past, but it's been a while.
The night's also going to be having some great live music from Christian August Quartet. Plenty of food vendors are here. Right now I can see Alianos, I see DC Cots. Keep in mind, you must be 21 years of age. Now, Joe Senior said that you could come in and wander around and take a peek if you want, that's fine. But the only way you can do sampling is if you prove your age of 21, you get your ticket and you've got your wristband. That is what is necessary for you to sample in some of the great eats and treats here. So certainly I'd say check out some of those samples. We're going to have an opportunity to talk with, I think Kelly's going to come joining us. We've got Gary coming up here. Let's see if we can get Gary on. He's got some samples under his belt. And he's still working, so he's doing good.
Yeah.
Gary, I'm going to bring you on board.
I've been out sampling
Okay, so you've got a sample there?
a number of samples. I think I lost track of how many that I had.
So you've got some little church glasses there. So did the company give you those?
No, actually, it was seven.
Okay, got it. You got to turn that out. It was what? Sacrificial wine?
Sacramental wine.
It was a sacrament. Yeah, he's got his Sunday taken care of right now. But look, everybody, we've got Gary joining us right now.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Back to the good old family back together here. Coming on down. And you and I talked about for many times on the air together how excited we were to be coming in and hosting the Whiskey and Cigar Social.
Salute, everybody. You don't have yours yet?
I would like another one of these, though. They're really.
What are you drinking?
This one is, it almost tastes like, I bet you this is something too that Diana would like. It's a butterscotchy smell.
I think I've had that.
And it's over at,
Yeah.
I think the Dancing Goat.
That's what I'm drinking right now.
Is it really?
It might be one of the other ones. It's not the butterscotch. This is actually a blend of like scotch and bourbon.
So, all right. So you're the great guy to ask here. Tell me a little bit about Scotch, bourbon, whiskey. Tell me how this, I know bourbon is only made in the U.S., but
Yeah, some of them in Kentucky, some of them in Tennessee. As far as scotch is concerned, the Japanese have their whole line of scotch right now. It's generally considered pretty good, but they can't call it single malt or Scotch whiskey. They have to call it something else.
Okay.
Scotch is strictly Scotland. They call it whiskey in Scotland.
Well, whiskey originated, it was kind of a toss-up between Ireland and Scotland anyway.
Figure in the further down, the further south you are in Scotland, the darker the Scotch is.
Why?
As you go further, because they use peat. There's a lot of peat in it.
Okay.
The further north you get, like the outer
Moss?
yeah,
Peat?
like the outer Hebrides.
Did I call beans farm?
Yeah. Then it becomes a lighter color because they use something different. So
That's the way it's
yeah,
in the north.
exactly. That's the way that's the way the distilleries work over there.
Okay.
So
this is one of those that you sampled. I see you have some smaller glasses. Did some of them have the smaller glasses there to make sure?
they just gave me the small glasses, and this is the small glass one. I had a couple from him, and he's from Cary.
Okay.
He that distillery's from Cary, and he's one of the first ones in the area. I can't remember it now because I've had several of these already.
Okay, I sent the card.
I think it'd give me
Yeah.
So it's over there, but he's from Cary, and he's one of the first distilleries in the area.
Really?
Yep.
I think, in hearing some of the stories, there's another one, and I think it was the Riff. It was these, the ones that we just got our glasses from, the New Riff Distilling. It's the second or third one down over there.
Mm-hmm.
They are a family-owned business that they said they've been together 10 years. It's family-run, and they won't sell anything or post anything, I guess maybe bottle anything that's less than 4 years old.
Yeah.
So
I talked to him too. Yeah.
Yeah. So when somebody's storing it in the barrel, the inside of the barrel, we've been talking about the smokiness that comes with that. Is that based on as part of the flavoring that's going to come together?
Right. For instance, I had one. Was it I can't remember now if it was. I don't think it was the sipping rum. It was the bourbon that I had first off. I can't remember the name of it now because I just been. It's just like a buffet here where you go from place to place. And
Has
what
something
they
stuck up
did,
with you?
they had it had a cinnamon finish to it, and it was because of the type of barrel they had aged it in all those years.
Really?
Yeah, so that's one of them. But like I say, I didn't commit all the names to memory.
That they have to do that. They have to prep those barrels for what is the plan
Exactly.
for the plant
Or
for what they're going to add.
Or
to
they
it, right?
buy them, like for instance, if there's beer or something in the barrel, or if they do beer in barrels that were, sometimes beers, microbrews, they'll have a bourbon finish. Those are originally bourbon barrels.
Okay. Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so that's what gives it that finish.
Did you watch the 1 week with our drink of the day, by the way, brought to you by the Distance Social, heard every other week here on WRMN? Did you watch the one when we made the New York Sour?
I might have heard it. I might have been in the car.
Yeah, it's the whiskey sour, but then it's got this little sack, probably about a half an inch of wine on top.
Yeah.
And then you take that, so the wine kind of stays in. The wine hits your mouth the first time, but then you get that whiskey sour, and the blend of it is delicious.
Yeah.
So that I know, depending on what the end product is going to be, the mixologist is going to create will determine what type of whiskey that they're going to add.
That's what he did. The week that I subbed the show for you.
Yeah.
You were gone. Joy came in and he did something called Going Out West, I believe it was called.
It was.
And that had a real sweet finish because of the fact that he put in, I believe, an orange peel at the end.
Okay.
And he used rye. He likes rye and he likes to
does.
use that as a base.
Yeah. Yeah, we've had everything from daiquiris to we'll name them all on there, but there's I think 9 of them. Ben, how many drinks of the day did we say we had? 9 now? 9 of them. So we're going to be going on to our 10th one. We're hitting double digits. That's kind of a fun thing. So we've got 1, 2, 3. So it looks like there's probably about 10 or 11 out there.
There's also some on the other side that we probably shouldn't forget about.
We're going to have to get some video on the other
Yeah.
side. Hey there, Jose. So there's
How you
some
doing,
good
Jose?
stuff on the other side. Did you know that, Sonar?
I think there's a couple booths on the other side that he tried to get on this side, but they're over there. He didn't tell me which booths. I have yet to go over there.
You know what? During this break, we'll run over there and I'll see if I can get a sample. That sounds good. So we are broadcasting live right now. And again, we are at East Dundee in East Dundee, your territory. I kind of call it because it's where the water plant.
I had a bottling plant here for many years, but we weren't.
See it from here.
We weren't bottling whiskey, obviously.
Yeah, right. Anyway, so we are out here broadcasting live right now. If you want to come on down, we're going to broadcast until 6 p.m. But they're going to be running the event until about 9. So if you want to join us, bring your money on down. For $80, you can get a ticket at the door. The ticket will get you a tickets for drink tickets and sales. There's also the wonderful Macanudo, the free cigar that goes with that.
From morning coffee to your evening commute, WRMN 1410 AM is here for you. The faithful friend that brings you local news, timely topics, and the friendliest voices in the Valley. Stay informed, entertained, and engaged with our full lineup of shows, streaming all day, every day at WRMN1410.com or on the WRMN app. Wherever you are, we're right there with you. So why switch stations? Stick with the one that has it all. WRMN 1410 AM, your daily companion, your constant conversation.
Looking to get your fingers on some delicious grub? Look no further than Sticky Fingers in Carpentersville. Family owned and operated, Sticky Fingers specializes in chicken, fish, and shrimp, which you can choose to have dusted with flavor or doused in the sauce of your choice. Sticky Fingers strives to provide flavorful food with fresh, locally sourced ingredients. Sticky Fingers personally invites you to stop by and try one of their scrumptious dishes today.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 5 o'clock.
With your AM 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Linzess. As part of the City of Elgin's ongoing efforts to ensure structural safety and integrity of the city's bridges, the Kimball Street and National Street Bridge will undergo detailed inspections on Saturday, April 27th. Motorists and pedestrians should prepare for various lane and sidewalk closures from 8 a.m. until late in the evening on Saturday. The City of Elgin is once again hiring. They're looking for people to join their team in full-time and part-time positions, and you can apply for a position with the City of Elgin by going to cityofelgin.org/jobs. A pair of Kane County veterans successfully completed the rigorous Veterans Treatment Court program, overcoming challenges with substance abuse and mental health. The courtroom, echoing with applause and support from loved ones and fellow veterans, was the scene in the courthouse yesterday. The special court, operational since January of 2018, gives veterans entangled in the criminal justice system a path to recovery and a clean slate with their cases dismissed. With your AM 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Family Talk with Straight Talk.
You give and you give. It's time to get with Straight Talk Wireless. You get a reliable 5G network and unlimited data, and you get to choose who joins your family plan starting as low as $25 a line. Does it have to be family? It can be family or people you like.
Get more lines and more savings. Switch to Straight Talk for family plans starting as low as $25 a line per month for 4 lines. Find us at Walmart and straighttalk.com. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com. Family plan discount with 4 lines, all on the Silver Unlimited plan. Taxes and fees apply.
Not to brag, but Progressive's Name Your Price tool is mankind's greatest tool ever. Even better than the wheel. Sure, without the wheel, we wouldn't have modern transportation or funny videos of dogs riding skateboards. But without the Name Your Price tool, we wouldn't have easy access to auto insurance options based on our budget. And, well, cars do need wheels. They also need insurance, and insurance never goes flat. Learn more about the greatest tool ever, the Name Your Price tool at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
Be sure to catch the first shift weekday mornings from 6 to 10 a.m. for important information like fire tips from Elgin Fire Chief Rob Sagan.
The thing in the winter that we're more concerned with is carbon monoxide, because that we don't get in the summer. That carbon monoxide issues occur because of heating equipment. Anything that burns natural gas, if it is faulty, can generate high levels of carbon monoxide, which in time can be fatal. So I can't emphasize enough the importance of having carbon monoxide detectors in your home. Every single year you will see somewhere in the country, and usually we'll get 1 or 2 in the Chicagoland area, where you'll see multiple fatalities in one home. You can't smell carbon monoxide, you can't taste carbon monoxide, you have no idea it's happening. And so it's critically important that you have the right detectors in your home.
It's the first shift weekday mornings at 6 a.m. with me, Marky B, right here on WRMN.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. Bears President and Chief Executive Officer Kevin Warren was part of a press conference on Wednesday where the Bears and Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson, alongside other city officials, discussed plans for a new lakefront stadium in Chicago. It's expected to cost about $4 billion. The team's asking for both private and public funding. Warren said the Bears have been in contact with the White Sox.
I made it very clear publicly, privately, and I'll make it very clear now. I think it would be an absolutely incredible day in Chicago if we were able to build 2 stadiums at the same time. One, the economic benefit, the increase in tax base, the number of jobs, and also the staging of workers, so we could have people working on 2 different jobs. And as I said in my opening remarks, we got to decide who we want to be as a city.
Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Hey there, you in aisle 2. I see you by the fiber and laxatives. You still using those to manage your constipation with belly pain? If your symptoms keep coming back, you may have irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C. So you may need more than over-the-counter treatments to manage it. Ask your doctor about how Linzess can help you get ahead of it.
Linzess linaclotide is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Learn more at
For exceptional home-cooked meals, visit the longest family-owned restaurant in Elgin. Paul's Family Restaurant at Lawrence and McLean takes pride in their fresh daily specials like steaks, fish, pasta, soups, and more. Paul's fresh buttermilk pancakes and breakfast skillets are phenomenal. As you walk in, you can't help but notice owner Elaine's wonderful eye for detail. The toughest decision you'll have to make is what size leftover box to take home. Call 847-695-8687.
How many times have you heard about or driven past the Volo Auto Museum and still haven't checked it out? They have over 200,000 square feet of heated showrooms filled with countless collections of the most amazing mechanical marvels in the world. From incredible collector cars, movie cars, trains, boats, and planes, to a Disney gallery, dinosaurs, vintage arcades, kiddie rides, and a medieval torture exhibit, plus the Titanic Museum. They're open every day from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Visit volofun.com.
The Radio Shopping Show is sponsored by WRMN and the businesses where the certificates mentioned on this program may be redeemed. Welcome to the Radio Shopping Show, the most amazing show on the radio. The Radio Shopping Show is a fun and unique way to save 40, 50, 60% or even more on travel destinations, family or fine dining, entertainment, auto services, plus thousands of other items. To participate on the Radio Shopping Show, simply call area code 847-931-1410. 931-1410. Questions about various merchandise and how to shop with us are welcome as well. Or go to our website, www.WRMN1410.com. Now, let's save money with the Radio Shopping Show.
I will say that, and so you like me, because normally I would not be a big whiskey drinker, but I find myself educated, because every person can tell you a little bit more about what they do and why it makes it stand out. I walk up to somebody and I'll say, tell me why you're so special, right? So we went in the back. Now, if you guys can see the camera right now, you see all of the setups and the distillers behind us. Even there's a booth over there for Alianos, and I think DC Cobbs is down there as well.
Yep.
But if you go to the other side, there's also a couple of them over on the other side. One of them is got this big, huge pig. That's
I saw
up
the
front.
pig. When we were setting up, the pig walked right behind us. I was hoping to get a picture of him. But yeah, the big gold pig.
And I will say, too, the one thing that I realized, and this happens to go with any kind of tasting over there, is that when you check it out, they have this little, I don't want to call it like a spittoon, but if you don't like it, you can have you can discard the shot that you had. So you don't have to force yourself to down it while you're over there. I had one over there. Huh?
Who gets to drink that?
The last one, the first one to leave, you know what I mean? That's the ones that are going to be on. But they've got Romanos over there, and I just tried looking at a couple of them. I made a picture of one. It's called 1928, and it can get by as a rye. No pun intended, but it can get by as a rye because it's 60% rye. I took a shot of that, and pretty much I consider these shots. I know normally I'd be filling the full glass. You maybe get not even an ounce, maybe, right?
Which is a good thing.
Amen, brother. Anyway, so I took that, and the minute it hit my mouth, it was like I would have put flames out my mouth if I would have lit a match right then. But it is very, there's some of them that I find, and maybe you can get this too, being that we're not really big aficionados when it comes to whiskey or rye or bourbons.
Yeah.
That to me, if it's the smoother one, I enjoy it a lot more. I don't need to be kicked in the head with a very blunt kind of like, burning all the way down.
Yeah, I think that's the first one I did with Kevin.
Yeah.
Kevin over there in New Riff was the 116 proof, and yeah, it was a little rough. And I just took a sip, and I was like, whoa! It stuck with me for a couple of minutes there. And it's like, on Friday on the morning show, we have Jake's on every week. He's a big craft beer guy, and I'm a domestic beer guy for the most part.
Uh-huh.
And so when you're used to something, especially something that's more middle of the road, like a domestic type beer, and then you drink something craft, it takes a little while to adjust. So I think it's probably the same if you're a non-whiskey drinker that drinks something middle of the road. You want something smooth, something middle of the road, then you go something a little more rogue, and it's like, whoa. Takes a minute.
Your palate.
Yeah,
certainly. And the drinking is the same as it would be for food. The one thing I was saying about that Baca, so there's three of them distillers on the other side. So it's on the north side of the depot. And the one of them is the pig that I was telling you about. The other one is the Baca that I was trying. And that one is the one that I said had 60 proof. They also have one there that is called Cock of the Walk. which I just thought was funny.
Huh.
But it is another one that is a 7-year Kentucky bourbon whiskey. So if you want to check that out, that's from Romano's on the other side as well. So there are 3 distillers on the other side. We just want to make sure that people know that so you can try them as well. They're sitting there and they're waving to everybody. There's also some great seating area back there because when you come here, you get to enjoy a cigar. Are you a cigar person?
No, I mean, I have smoked cigars, but
Usually like those big occasions, you know, where everybody else is having one, so you light one up, right?
yeah, I may take one home. I'm not sure if I'm gonna smoke one tonight or not. How about you?
Yes, I will.
You will?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the deal. I said that if we were going to come down here, I was going to sample the Macanudo Inspirado.
Ah,
And so, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. Tomorrow's a game day. So
yeah. Maybe
gotta do
save it for game day.
at the end of game day,
Yeah.
and I can kick back and light up, right?
Yeah.
If you haven't had a chance, by the way, buzz by the studio right now because there's actually a wonderful TV that you can watch and see what's happening. Not necessarily always in studio, but even if there's no show, you can get a great view coming over the bridge.
Every day there's something new in the studio, and
Yeah.
you're in for a nice surprise tomorrow, aren't you? It'll be the first time all week that you've operated the new equipment that's been set up last weekend on the new stage with the new automated system and all that. So good luck to you, Leah.
Thank you so much, Mark. And as I'm at the first, yeah.
You might need to save that cigar, maybe a couple of these shots.
Yeah.
The shots might help you get through that tomorrow.
So we're gonna have bottles. Leah's got her checklist built up. Well, the reason that it is fun though is because obviously a lot of people by now know that we are under new ownership, and the neat thing is that our whole goal is to be completely local, involved in the local community, and getting out there and being at events. So I might not be on the radio as much as I was before, but I'm actually out at a lot of these local events. For example, I was over at Village Square today, and I got to have lunch and heard some wonderful women's leaders. It was a women's leadership luncheon, and I got to hear Pat, I got to hear Chloe, I got to hear 4 great speakers that were talking about being their self-owned business. You know, they own their own business. They were able to bring it to the foreground and just talk about some of the challenges that somebody might have. But between that, if there's anybody that is a business here in Northern Kane County, I'm going to recommend that you get out there and enjoy the Northern Kane chamber because they do a wonderful job. I've been out there Monday night. I was out at Grand Victoria. I was out there for the Food for Greater Elgin Gala.
Yeah.
That they went out and were able to raise a lot of money and had some wonderful people come out and just donate their time and their food for the sampling for people to enjoy. So it got good advertising, but it's nice to know that all that money's going to go to a good cause.
Man, it's also nice, isn't it a nice vibe to have new local ownership to a certain degree? They're managing partners right now, but guys that are taking over that are going to be there every day, that have been there every day, they spend weekends there.
Yeah.
So we see that people are finally on board here, that every day that want to make the station better. And not to say that previous ownership, Bill Pollock, did everything he could, but the fact
You're at a distance like that, you
Yeah.
understand. Yeah.
you know, and he was facing a lot of obstacles, and then we had COVID hit. And so a lot of things happened at the radio station where the place became a ghost town, quite honestly, for a long time.
Gary pretty much is what it was.
I mean, I had a lot of privacy every day to get all my work done. Now I'm hearing meetings going on in all the different rooms and all that. At the same time, it might be interrupting sometimes. It's nice to know that it's happening again. There's a vibe and there's a feeling. Yeah, it's alive. That's the right word.
Yep. So if you get a chance and you can come on down the station, certainly do so. Otherwise, we want to remind everybody that you can be listening to us. You might be watching us now on YouTube, but you could also be listening to us through our stream. If you're following along on Facebook, you can be listening to us by our website at WRMN1410.com. Now, if people are having difficulty bringing the website up or it says it's under construction, just go to Google Chrome and you should be able to bring it up a little bit quicker. I know some people had mentioned that throughout the week that they couldn't get the deals up. Tomorrow is our big game day. So on the midst of leading up to this great weekend, we're starting it off tonight with the Whisky and Cigar Social out here in East Dundee. We're right on River Street. Now, you had 2 samples. Is that what you had? Or are you planning for this early morning start show again? Or are you going to get out and sample a few more?
Maybe another 1 or 2. But I see that DC Cobbs is back there. A beer might be more my speed almost at this point. I wonder if I could get one back. DC Cubs. That's more my speed, especially when it comes to doing 7 several shots.
Yeah, exactly. You got to have it tamed down. And
Yeah.
actually, I will let you know, they won't have beer back there because there's not a liquor license for this per se. So they've got the sampling agreement, but there's not some, I don't believe. Now, you can test me wrong. So let me know if you do go back there and it's different.
Will do.
Because I was asking, I was like, because I thought, well, what if people want to get a drink at Distance Social and walk it over here? No can do. Same thing goes, but if Jeremy's out there and watching the gate saying nobody can walk out of here with some alcohol, it also means that there's someone here to be slipping out with, right? So Jeremy, he's like the big bouncer guy that's sitting by the gate.
I'm scared.
Now, if you guys, I've not had a chance to peek to see what you're looking at behind us, but you can see the table set up. The Distance Social put this on there because the whole thing is meant to be, I don't want to say like a social experiment because it's the first one that they've had, but there's something about people who are appreciating whiskey, appreciate a good cigar, and are just sitting back. This is like Gary's wheelhouse,
That's
right?
why he's here, right?
And to just sit back and sample some of them.
Yeah, for sure. It's a great atmosphere. This whole Dundee, I call it the square. I'm not sure what the official word terminology is for this area, but this is one of the finer little areas in our Fox River Valley as far as places you can go. Lots of different restaurants. The Anvil Club is becoming a new Mexican restaurant behind you. Looks like it's going to be an awesome restaurant back there.
It's completely not. You wouldn't know what it was the Anvil Club before. Other than having the white building, they've actually transformed it completely over. And the Anvil Club, if you guys are ever wondering where the Distance Social is, it's truly right across the depot or the square, as Mark calls it. You'll find it right on the other side. Have you ever been to the Distance Social?
I have not been. No, I have not. I saw pictures of it from Dino showing me, but I have not been in there yet.
It is very cool.
Yeah,
it really is like this, just like this lounge. Like somebody had the den in their basement and had it set up so you could kick back and enjoy a nice beverage and talk. And there's actually 2 levels to it. But I've always said the one thing that makes it stand out is that people, if they get there, there's sometimes, I don't know if you and Lorraine ever do this, but John and I will go out and we'll be enjoying a drink or two and say, you know what, we're really kind of liking this atmosphere. There's nice quiet music. We can talk. We can enjoy each other's time. And then we have to go somewhere to go out to eat. And it kind of it separates it. And we're just like, man, I wish they had food here.
Yeah.
You can actually have food delivered in here so you can stay, keep your spot here and have food brought in for whether it be from Mockingbird or from Aliano's or DC Cobb's or even when the barbecue's open at Duke's.
Yeah.
So they've got all of that available. They'll bring it in so you can actually just keep your space here at the table at Distance Social.
It's been a nice partnership for us so far, the Distance Social. I think I'm going to walk over there because I think maybe we could steal some ideas from their laid-back casual style and use it for our up-and-coming new and improved green room.
There you go. That's going to be the way to go. So, folks, if you are interested and you want to come on down, you can learn all the secrets of WRMN, but you can also enjoy some social, whiskey and cigar social, that is, socialization. When you come in, you'll get this order form. This is the neat thing, and I don't know, I've asked everybody this so far, Mark, but I like it. There's something that's worse than if you buy and spend a lot of money on a bottle of booze, whether it be wine or liquor, and then you take it home and you're like, man, that just isn't hitting it.
Yeah.
And then you realize you just wasted all that money. That's why I like things like wine samplers or whiskey samplers. Is because you can see it, you know that you're going to like it. There's some whiskeys here. I know if you put a good mixer in, I know some of them are meant for sipping, but if you put a good mixer in, that would be the ideal drink. The other thing is what I've learned, and hopefully you all have learned this too, what I have learned through the Distance Social, the drink of the day that we have on the program, is that when you have either like a chilled glass or if you have an ice cube, you get one huge cube. Sometimes you'll see them in blocks. You know, they're probably about 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches.
Yeah.
And what's mattering is you might only have maybe a shot or 2 of whiskey in there for your sipping, but because the ice cube goes on there and displaces it, it makes it look a little fuller. So as you're drinking it, it slowly dilutes maybe the bite of what the whiskey might be giving a non-whiskey drinker, and it makes it for a nice sip, and it keeps it cool without watering it down so fast.
I like an ice cube in my drink every once in a while. Yeah.
Big cube. As a matter of fact, I just bought some big round ones, and we were going to be making some drinks last weekend, and then we were missing one of the ingredients because they had to have this certain kind of rum.
Yeah.
But I bought some, and it changes up your mixing experience, and especially camping, it's nice to know that you can have a go-to beverage to make, right?
Right.
Other than the beer.
After a while, you got to change it up a little bit.
Sitting by a fire.
Yeah.
You know, that to me would be a good time to have a nice glass of whiskey and just be sipping it by the fire.
Yeah. This is going on until 8 o'clock tonight, right?
9 o'clock tonight.
9 o'clock?
Yep.
Okay.
I thought it was 8 too, but it's going on until 9 o'clock. Reminding you, if you do want to come out, we're only broadcasting live until 6, but they do have somebody out here that is going to be doing some cigar rolling. So if you've always wanted to know how that was going to do or how that works, come on out. They're going to be having some music here by Christian August Quartet. It's going to be playing in a little bit, live music. They also have some wonderful whiskey sampling. Now, there's whiskey, there's rye, there's bourbons, a variety of them here. If you want to come on down, then all you need to do is visit us at 319 River Street in East Dundee. Chances are, if you're driving around, you'll see all the cars.
Yeah.
You'll know where it's at. You'll see the big tent out front, so you do have some coverage from the sun if you're wishing, but it's beautiful weather. I can't think anything better to do than to come on out to East Dundee and enjoy the Whisky and Cigar Social, brought to you by the Distance Social. All right, folks, we're going to be taking a real quick commercial break. Marky B, thanks for joining in.
Thanks. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow morning at 6 a.m.
He'll do a recap. All right, guys, this is Leah with WRMN and Marky B. The Distance Social is bringing us Whisky and Cigar Social. Come on out. We'll talk to you in a bit.
For local information and fun times in the mornings, listen to Marky B and Larry Jones on the first shift.
Maybe we need to get a radio intern in to help you.
Maybe so.
Somebody that you won't have to pay and you can treat them tough.
I can haze them.
You can't haze. You'll get fired. Remember that guy from Northwestern?
Yeah.
Gone.
Did he really do it?
You don't have to really do it. If somebody says you did,
yeah,
good enough. Maybe I'm going to accuse you of hazing me. I don't have to prove it.
It's the first shift, weekdays from 6 to 10 a.m. right here on WRMN.
Celebrating 70 years of serving the Fox River Valley, WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM is proud to inform and entertain you every day with great local shows that keep you connected with the people in your community, like the Radio Shopping Show, where listeners are encouraged to let us know about their experiences with our business partners.
I usually go to Tripleberry during the week. It's not so busy. I had my normal lumberjack omelet. It's like a meat lover's omelet, and their fries are awesome. Just the texture of it, they're a little crisp, soft on the inside. I mean, really good.
The voice of the Valley and the home of the Radio Shopping Show. You are listening to WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM. Keep informed with everything that's going on with the Radio Shopping Show by joining our VIP Text Club today. All you have to do is text the message WRMN 1410 to the number 94253 and you're in. You'll receive timely information about shopping show specials instantaneously as they happen. Message and data rates may apply. The voice of the Valley and the home of the Radio Shopping Show, we are WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
Taqueria Las Cumbres, Crystal Lake's authentic Mexican restaurant on Grant Street, is open for carryout. For over 15 years, Taqueria Las Cumbres has been serving up all of your favorite Mexican dishes and doing it better than the rest. Recently voted the best in McHenry County. Stop in and carry out the authentic taste of Mexico and see for yourself. Support local for lunch and dinner today and place an order from Taqueria Las Cumbres. Call 815-455-8200 for Taqueria Las Cumbres of downtown Crystal Lake.
Hailing from Tanzania, you'll be thrilled to see the Zuzu African acrobats celebrate the 2,000-year-old Bantu culture of East Africa. The Zuzu acrobats have performed on America's Got Talent, and you can see their incredible acrobatics and energizing African drumming, singing, and dancing this Saturday at 4 at the Egyptian Theater in DeKalb. Each performance has incredible gravity-defying stunts while displaying the grace, beauty, and strength of the African culture. Visit EgyptianTheater.org.
Do you own an annuity, either fixed rate, indexed, or variable? Are you paying high fees and getting low returns? If so, Annuity General would like you to have this free book to learn the pitfalls and mistakes of buying an annuity. The Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers contains the little-known truths about annuities, like how to help reduce your fees and increase retirement income. And it's free. That's right, free. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report just for calling. We researched over 1,000 annuities and summarized rates and benefits from financially strong insurers. You get Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers and the Annuity Rate Report, both absolutely free for calling Annuity General today. Hurry, supplies are limited. Call now.
800-760-1845. 800-760-1845.
800-760-1845. That's 800-760-1845.
Social and WRMN
When you dial
streaming. You can find WRMN
you'll save 40,
at
50, 60% and more on available goods and services.
1410.com. My name is
phone
Dennis
now
Sonar Green.
and
I've
dial
been riding on the backside. No, I need some help. You got to come over here.
Area code
I can't just be here by myself. But she's getting in it by herself. Oh, what do you got there?
Back to the radio shopping
Okay,
show.
I'm gonna get mine eventually. Oh, probably.
So
Ooh, that smells good.
it's a Jamaican one, and John has my
I'm gonna
paper.
have to get my own here. No. I don't want to rob this from you. I don't want to rob this from you.
So anyway, so there is a Jamaican one that they've got down there. John, give me that paper a second. So I'll let you know which one it is. This is part of the heritage right here, right? So this is part of the heritage wine. That's all right. It'll blow off. The heritage wine cellar. Okay. Now there's one ahead of that. That's an RNDC. That one has a bite. That one from the minute it hit your lips. This one it's from Jamaica.
Okay.
And so
it smells caramely.
Right. Well, there's a coffee in it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you type, and I'm not a coffee drinker. That's why I said, so you should.
No, I'll get
so
my own.
it's got a little.
I don't want to steal any of your joy.
It's called there's black coffee. Rum. I don't know that's what's technically in there, but you can tell it. So he gave you a shot, but then he kind of had this little shaker, and he looked at me kind of like with that wink, and he kind of poured a little that's what this is.
Oh, so I got to tell everybody I'm with the station, right? And that station is WRMN 1410. Tell them you're with them. We'll see what we can do. Oh, this has been fun.
I said, of all the different types of events, we work, and you guys especially, you and Dean and all of us, you have a lot of the underground that people don't necessarily see, but in changing things up, and I'm glad you're sitting down a second so we can hear it from your point of view. New management and obviously there's a lot of changes that are going on there, but the whole goal is that we are creating this local feel and this local vibe. And I was mentioning, because somebody had said, well, we don't see you on the air as much anymore. And it's just for the fact because I am out in the community.
Yeah.
So instead of being in the community via the radio, now I'm actually out on the street, and intended that way to kind of learn a little bit more of the local surrounding, what's happening, and then bringing that news back to the station.
And that's why we've got you on Fridays, where we get to celebrate everything and hear about your adventures.
That's it.
That's it. It's the adventures. Where's Leah been all week?
Aldo kind of thing. Carmen Sandiego. Do you remember that? Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
There you go.
But because this week, for example, I was out at Grand Victoria. We had a Food for Greater Elgin event, which they did a fantastic job. Emily, wonderful job over there, and the team over there at Food for Greater Elgin. Then last night, or today, I was over at the leadership luncheon right at the Village Choir with the Northern Kane County Chamber. I tell you what, they are rocking it. There's sometimes, and I know chambers are different and each one has a goal, but there's sometimes chambers that, what you put into it is what you'll get out of it. I feel that the Northern Kane County Chamber, I think, really works hard to make things accessible for business owners. I mean, when they say it's going to be an hour lunch, it's an hour lunch because they know everybody's time is valuable. They'll have great speakers in there, relevant topics. And just camaraderie. The people that I've met through that have been phenomenal. I think I came back and talked to you guys about the Oakcrest, the H&N at the Oakcrest, and they're going to be opening up and having a monthly dinner there in honor of their anniversary.
That's amazing.
That they're just putting in. I'm talking dinner. We're not talking like a buffet where they're going to have food set up and it's help yourself. I'm talking like salmon with asparagus and tomato bisque, and like those are the kind of things that they're going to put out there, and that's what they feed their residents at the Oakcrest.
And we wouldn't know anything about that.
No.
I mean, now I'm not saying that we don't follow everybody. I'm not saying that just a normal person, if you're not following somebody specifically, it's really hard to know what exactly is happening with them.
And I drive by them all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So unless they've got a big light with neon all around it saying, hey, this is when we're having those lunches, you have to rely on the social media side of it. And a lot of times that's not really doing you a very good service for all the things that are going on.
I'm sure you realize that a lot of people know that they need to have social media, but either don't know where to start. And if you're a business owner, take note to this, because if you don't know where to start, you're not sure who to call, you're tired of spending an arm and a leg and being overcharged quite often. There's a lot of organizations that will overcharge you. Give us a call at WRMN. And you know, we're not going to BS anybody. The cost is just what we need to do to get by, but it's